Hello, you're watching Crafty TV. It is Wednesday, and that means it's time for Creative Cravings. My name is Joe Remblance. Where has this week gone? How have we arrived at Wednesday already? It's gone in the blink of an eye. This is the sixth show of the week this week here on Crafty TV for you. We're pulling out all the stops to keep you company, to bring you lots of hints and tips and inspiration, and bring you fabulous deals as well. Now, I've got a very, very special guest this evening. We did bring you a flower forming show as a Sara special a little bit earlier today, but we were having some problems with the website. I can tell you everything is completely tickety-boo now and ready to go. Shall we reveal my special guest? Wait for it. I'm going to do my own sound effects. Hang on.
Oh yes, I am here. I am raring to go. Yes, sorry. Well, first of all, thank you so much to the hundreds and hundreds of you who tuned in live with us this morning and had a phenomenal couple of hours with us. So sorry we had the technical problems that we couldn't let you shop with us at the same time. But don't worry. We've got all plans in place, we've got that website fully up and running, and we are making up for it in force this next couple of hours. So everything that, if you were watching with me this morning, so let me know in the comments, because while Joe's doing his bit over that side of the studio, I'm keeping up with everybody this side of the studio as well. So I want to know who was watching this morning, who's done their homework, who's been busy making some of their flower forming stuff and been sending them in. I'm literally following up live with everything that everyone's been saying. I'll be chatting along too as well. And we're going to be sharing some photos with you later. So everything I had on this morning, we've got available. For those of you that weren't able to watch the show this morning, after we finish now, definitely go back and catch it. It was an amazing show. Let me show you. This is the main kit that we had, okay? Now, I know loads and loads of you already have our flower forming kit, and which is why I chose to do this as the project. And come and have a look at the project that we made. But if you don't already have the flower forming, easy for me to say, then you can go and pick up that kit now at that fantastic reduced price. This is what we made live this morning. We had to compromise a little bit, okay? So I'll just show you what we were going to attempt to make. This is what I was aiming for to show everyone. But at home this morning, I couldn't find any cups and saucers. All I could find was what would you call it? I would say it's like a prawn cocktail dish and one of my mum's Kath Kidson plates that she forgot to take home one day. So don't worry, she's not watching. So we've managed to improvise and make this. But if you want to learn how to make this and you want to know the techniques, I showed people how to do the ruffly flower. I taught people how to do these lovely little mini buds. At a customer request, we did these amazing lilies. If I get a chance to do a little bit more flower forming later, I absolutely will. But that kit that we showed you, the details on your screen, is now available and live on the website. So you can shop with us and go back and in real time retake that class with me that I did this morning, okay? We've also got loads of extra bundles of foam. We've got extra of the dies. Everything like that is all available. And I know one of the other things that we didn't get to do this morning is Joe had a really special craft vault lined up for you. Well, don't worry, because Joe, you've got that coming up later, haven't you?
Oh, yes, I certainly do. 15 products, all of them at least 50% off. I'm not sure whether I should... So the idea of the craft vault is I'm just, finding stuff that's, the sort of the last bits and bobs of stuff that we've got and bringing it to you. And you're absolutely loving it so far. What I would say is I'm not going to share these with you until a little bit later in the show. However, all the products are on the website. So go to craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu and all of the Craft Vault products is a segment. So it's within this show. So you click onto Creative Cravings, and within Creative Cravings is where you will find those Craft Vault products. So if you want to get ahead and shop ahead, I can't recommend it, but I can't stop you. So, you go and have a look. So many of you online, I can see there's already hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you. People are already saying, actually, a couple of people saying that they preferred the glass to the teacup. It's completely up to you, I guess, at the end of the day. But loads of you watching here, I can see from all across America. I can see UK is here, there's Germany, Australia again. The great thing about Creative Cravings is what it is all about. The great thing. Oh no, what's happened? What have you done? Did you lean on it?
I've broke it.
How?
I'll fix it. Don't you worry. I'll find my glue gun. I'll fix it before we start. Where is my glue gun? I'll sort it. Don't panic, people.
Oh, well. It can be fixed. It can be fixed. Anyway, as I was saying, before Sara started smashing the place up, it's Creative Cravings. And what that means is this is all about maybe trying a craft for the first time. How many people at the moment do you think are getting into craft, are discovering craft for the first time? Maybe this is your first time watching Crafters TV. Drop into the comments. I'd love you to let me know. When I'm talking about the comments, I'm talking about the live feed on the Crafters TV Facebook page. That is where I'll be monitoring the comments. So if you're on the UK, the US page, or you're watching us anywhere else, my page or Sara's page, pop on over to the Crafters TV page, and that is where. And the social media is along the bottom of the screen just here. What I'm saying is there's no such thing as a stupid question in this show. There's never such thing as a stupid question anytime here at Crafters TV. It's a really great chance for us to all learn together. In the earlier show, Sara did say, if any of you have, made some flower forming foam creations recently, send them in. And so many of you have. Should we take a little look at the pictures? This one here is Caroline Wildig sent this one in. Absolutely beautiful. It's like an easel card there. It's just gorgeous. Kirsten sent one in as well. Kirsten from Germany. That's a beautiful card, as you can see there. And we were talking about these flowers, so many different ways of using them at home decor, card making, or you're just making flowers for arrangements. Another one from Maxine as well. Again, beautiful, really, really lovely colour combinations here. A little bit of ink involved there, as you can see. And also, Sandy Brooks, she sent something in as well. These are just beautiful, really lush and lifelike. Are you all right over there, Sara?
I'm getting there. I'm just waiting for my glue gun to warm up. But don't worry, we'll sort it.
Okay. Well, it's all right. Don't panic. There is no need to panic. Anyway, should we dive in and have a look at what's coming up in this show? Because we're always here for the education, the inspiration in Creative Cravings, but we're also giving you some great deals as well. We're going to have a look firstly at the Celebrate card kit, which is this one over here. Sorry, let me just grab this and bring it forward. So the idea is during Creative Cravings, what we tend to... Oh no, it's a theme, isn't there? There's a theme. I'm smashing the place up now. In Creative Cravings, we bring you a lot of kind of smaller bundles where you're going to be able to put something together and create something fabulous just using the products in that bundle. Now, I want to share with you this. So there is a giant stamp set in here, 24 stamps, but look at the size of that. That's an 8x8 background stamp that you've got in there, which is fantastic. You've got loads of sentiments in there as well. You're going to have a load of fun with that. It stamps out some beautiful images. You've got that in here. You've also then got some craft cardstock. I love craft cardstock. I think it has a real sort of organic nature to it, which brings a really lovely texture and feel to your projects. You also have in here as well, this is the Crafty Fun 6x6 paper pad. Really lovely, bold, bright imagery within that one. And you're also then going to get the twine, which is fantastic, and you're going to get a quick dry ink pad within there as well. So you're saving 30% on this, which is rather fabulous. It is £30 if you are in the UK or $43 if you are in the US. So do make sure you get that one into your basket. Now, we've got some double-sided dies on the show for you. Sara will take you through in more detail what double-sided dies are and how they all work. But I just want to show you what you're going to be creating with this, which is, there's the board. So you can see you're cutting the base and the top, and then you can layer them up. So you layer them up and this is what you create. That's your finished effect there, which is really, really lovely. Not only are you getting that in this collection, you're also going to get a tape pen. You know what that looks like. You're going to get a Scent with Love die here as well. And you're going to get the Crafty Fun ribbon within there as well. $29.50 if you are in the UK, $38 if you are in the US. So a really, really great deal on that one. And then another one, who doesn't love butterflies? I must say the Nature's Garden Lily collection was one of the most popular Nature's Garden collections that we bought to you. You've got this wonderful butterfly die within here, and then you've got this really gorgeous script background within there as well, which is fantastic. We're then going to give you as well in here, you're going to get the 8x8 Brights cardstock. These are so versatile. They've got such a lovely colourway within there. Some really nice, bold primary colours. And we're also going to give you as well 2 of the water reactive inks. In here, you're getting the pink tulip and you're also getting the pale fig. So you're going to get both of those included. And this one is coming away for £26 or $32.50. I must tell you as well that we've got some of the diamond sparkles which will go brilliantly with this collection. However, these are very limited stock. So if you want to go for these, you will need to be quick on those. On the collection, you're actually saving 25%. I'm going to go back to the comments. There are so many of you. You've definitely all woken up in the US. You're very engaged in the comments, which we love. I'm going to go through all of these. Whilst I do that, I'm going to hand you over to Sara.
Yes, don't worry, I fixed it. All it needed was a bit more glue. I'll be really honest as well. This one here, which has travelled the length and breadth of the country with me, has been fixed several times and you would never know. So don't worry about it, right? So we've easily fixed that. I saw somebody asked, how did I bend the fork? Well, you'll have to tune in to this morning's show to find out. Let's just say Joe Geller was on it. That's all we're saying, right? Now, I'm going to put that to one side. We will touch back on the foam flower forming. You try and say that fast. A little bit later on. I'm really worried about you now. So we will come back to that a little bit later on. But this first kit, the butterflies kit, right? Can I just point out to you, right? For a start, this pad, which is one of our most usable pads, is in pounds $14.99. In dollars on its own, it's going to be $17.99 just for the pad. So to be honest, you're looking at great value. If you were just going to be stocking up on cardstock, the pad alone makes up the bulk of the volume in here. Now you're also going to get those beautiful butterfly dies, which I'm going to be using, and most importantly, the stamp. So I'm going to be using the stamp first of all. Then, as if it didn't get better, those 2 ink pads that are included, we're going to be able to do a little bit of distressing and inking around the edges with. So let me show you that, right? So what I thought we'd do is I've cut myself a card, so I've just got a base card ready, and then I have cut I've cut 9 little pads of the paper like this, just so that we can kind of decorate the base in 3 different colours, right? So I've done all the base pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp them with that beautiful stamp that we've got. Now, I am just going to use, here we go, my 6x6 stamping platform, of which I have several, as you can see. And just to make life easy for myself, I'm also going to stamp onto the base, because it's so much easier to stamp when you're stamping onto that nice base platform. So we do have this available on the website. And all I'll say is, doesn't Creative Cravings have a 5 in 5 show? I think it does. Right, if we 5 in 5 and watch this space, right? Now watch this, I'm just going to get a little bit of scrap paper, right? So that we can stamp and not mess up the background here. So all I'm going to do is take these one at a time. Now when it comes to stamping, I could use the inks that we've got, but just because I'm wanting to stamp quickly and you not have to wait for it to dry, I'm going to use the quick dry ink pad just to stamp these off quickly, right? So I'm going to do it with all 6 of these. Now, while I'm doing that, I want to hear from you. So what is it? I'm told now this Creative Cravings show has fast become our biggest, most popular show on the schedule for the week. And I want to know what it is you guys love about this show in particular. And some of the things that I've read when I've been chatting to people is people love that we've kind of thought of everything for you in one kit. So whether you're making exactly this card that I'm making, or whether you're just wanting the idea that we haven't, it's not just a big bundle of everything, so everything in the Lily collection, or it's not everything, where we've just done all of the stamps, loads of stamps in one go. It means you get to try a little bit of all sorts. So we've got a bit of stamping, we've got a bit of inking in here, we've got a little bit of the die cutting, we've got a real mix of kind of loads of different crafts going on. Certainly I know when I've seen what people have been saying about the show, that's the one thing I've been seeing. And you know, this time more so than any other time, I think so many people are wanting to try something different. You know, you want the inspiration, and if you're anything like me, you want someone to do the thinking for you. You want someone else to work out what goes with what little bits of a kit would go really well together, and what should I go and do. And I guess that's what these kits are for. So even if you're not making this exact same card that I am, but you know that we've picked out the, you know, the cardstock that goes with the stamps. We've basically worked out everything for you. So there's all of my stamping on this set here. That's going to give me all the background pieces, right? Now, stamping done. Why don't we bring in those inks, right? So the two inks that we've got in the set are the Pale Fig and the Plum Jam. I love a bit of Plum Jam, right? Now, best way I find to apply the Plum Jam, well, any of the water reactive ink pads, is to pop it down on the glass mat, pick it up here, and then just, can you see, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a hint around the outside. So it's much easier if you take this over to where you're working, okay? So if I just give it, we've just given it like a bit of a hint on there. Look at the difference to the flat one. It's a little bit harder for you to see it when you're a little bit further away, but basically all we're doing is inking around the edge just to deepen that edge. And you don't have to do it with all the colours, but I'm just going to do it a little bit here to kind of pull it all together. What do you reckon, Joe? What is it you think that people love about the Creative Cravings show so much?
I think it's just that people can, you know, it's good. You know, sometimes there's nothing worse than like snobbery, and it happens in all aspects of life, doesn't it? Where I think sometimes people think they can't ask a question or they can't, you know, get involved because they should know something already, should know how to do it. Whereas this is like our one chance every week to kind of, you know, wipe the slate clean and say, you know, this is for absolutely everyone. Beginners is kind of where we aim, you know, beginners, confident beginners is where we aim at. So it means that you can ask all of those questions. It is like a bit like your kind of weekly craft clinic, if you will. You can get all the questions in. Ooh, and we use it, you know, we can pass all that on for you. So anything at all that you want to know, then by all means drop me a line. A lot of people saying that there's a lot of love for my holographic belt in the comments today. Yeah, I used to have a bag that was exactly the same and I lost it. Oh. Yeah, a complete backpack.
It's good to know that people are feeling the love a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, I've almost done my inking around the edges here, and it's just kind of brought it up another level. Is it? You can see there actually the depth and dimension that we've got, and you know, I always ask how when this kind of technique first came out. I always used to wonder how on earth do people do that. I used to think you had to take your ink pad and do it round the edge like this. And so it was totally news to me when I found out this is how you did it. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to take that up there. Now I'm going to be organised. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to put my next colour on. I'm going to get said baby wipes out wherever I put them. I've just had them and put the baby wipes there. They are somewhere back here, right? I'm going to keep this workspace tidy as we're going so that I can really see what we're doing. Right, so get the workspace nice and tidy down, and then let's just make sure we've got the dark purple off here. And do you know what? I find again, this is the easiest way to do it. And I'm going to use that plum jam. Pale fig, sorry, we used the plum jam. I'm going to do the pale fig. I'm going to cut the butterflies out. And then I'm just going to lift the butterflies a little bit. So I'm just going to give them that little bit of a shush. Do you know what? I could use my Gemini Mini if I can find my folders, because these will just squeeze through the Mini. Will they be in the trolley where the flower forming stuff is? No. Would they be? Do you know, this is the problem. I tidied up after I finished my show. Maybe I will just use a Gemini. I don't know where my folders are. Can't see them. Joe, if by any chance you manage to find the folders over your end, will you let us know? While you're looking though, I'll just put these out on here, right? So I've just got my Gemini, but these would literally whap through the Mini in no time at all. To be honest, I'll need the Mini folders in time for the next if we get to do some flower forming at the end. So I'm going to put my clear one. I'm going to put my magnetic one on the top. I'm going to put my other top plate on, and I'm going to send these just through the Gemini so we can do a couple at once. To be honest, I could have just sent them. The amount of time, it's only 10 seconds to send them through the Gemini, isn't it? But the reason I was wanting to tell you about the mini is we do have the mini on today's show. It wasn't supposed to be on today's show, but we've added it to today's show because the mini was part of what we were doing with the flower forming earlier, all right? So, let's have a look. You could have done with a nice emboss, would have just finished you off nicely, but never mind. We've got them out. There we go. So what we've got is, we've got that mini, and we've got the mini. Basically, you buy the mini and you'll get the storage bag for free, all right? So $29.99 or $44.95, and you'll get that mini included. You'll get the storage bag included. Now, cut yourself a couple of them out. Let's just say I had some that I did this afternoon ready for the show where I've poked all the bits out the middle, right? So we're going to do the same again in terms of just inking up on the edge. So I'm going to pick up that pale fig and then just take my butterfly over, look at that, and just pick up around the edge, and it just makes something plain white and boring totally come to life. What a difference that makes, doesn't it? So simple to do, but just totally lifts it a little bit, and this is what's going to make our card look so professional. So two sides. So you've got both of those colours in the kit, right? So you get the butterfly die, the stamp, the paper pads, and you're going to get the two ink pads. So the pale fig and also the plum jam, two really useful colours. Now, let's have a look, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some flat and I'm going to do some lifted. And because I'm going to manoeuvre these into position, I'm going to use some collal all-purpose. Oh, and that reminds me, don't let me forget, Joe, tonight when I go home to take some more tape pens home. Having the kids at home, they're going through tape pens at a pace of knots. If your kids are anything like mine, it's a good job we had that offer on last week. Because I tell you what, we are going through a lot of tape pens in our house at the moment. So them two there. See, I can just manoeuvre everything into position, and I'm going to lift that one up with the foam pads, right? So then let's have a look. We're going to go pink and purple on the edge next and lift the green one. So just putting plenty of glue on. And I will say, we ship these glues over to the US as well. So it took us a while to be able to ship all of our glues to the US, but these are glues that are made in Europe for us. And we do ship them. Oh, I was going to raise this one up. Do you know what? I might just stick them all flat because I do think they look pretty good stuck flat as well, especially now I've inked them. Don't necessarily know. Maybe we'll just raise the middle one up instead of the outer ones like this. All right? So we'll do pink and then we'll do purple underneath it. Oh, I do like them with that kind of extra depth on there. Just gives it that total other diver lift. Now I must say, do you know what I'm wondering, Joe? I'm wondering how many people are watching on the big telly after my instructions this morning. If you weren't watching the show this morning, I was explaining how I've worked out how to get our shows on the big telly. So I've worked out two ways to do it. One, unbelievably, all you do is click on the app that says YouTube. and it just pops up in front of you. Who would have realised it was quite so easy? I'm kicking myself for not having done it sooner. But what I worked out, it was late last night, or was it the night before, whatever it was, I've worked out how to stream something off my phone onto the telly. And again, it wasn't that difficult. So all I did was, do you want me to show you actually? I was showing everybody how you did it this morning, right? So all I did was, on your phone, right, you're going to come, we don't need to see all this, we're going to come down from here, and you see you've got that little thing that says screen mirroring. You click on the screen mirroring, and then what it'll do is it'll come up, if you've got a smart TV within range of your phone, it'll come up and tell you the smart TV. Let's have a look, I'm going to get Facebook back on.
You got a message.
Come on, off you go. How do I get you off now? It doesn't want to go on that telly. Right, we'll just click on that then, we'll just ignore that. And it'll just let you put it on the screen. So this morning, you see, we rang my mum. I just worked out how to do this. So I WhatsApp called my mum at 7:30, and needless to say, because she's got no grandkids or whatever to look after, she's still in bed. And so the kids came on, they were like, Nana, you're on the big telly, Nana, you look massive. And my mum was like, oh my life. So I wasn't overly popular this morning with Nana at 7:30 for waking her up, but she was pleased to have seen the kids, bless her. So so go and put us on your big telly, whether you do it with the screen mirroring. Having said that, I was so excited at what I'd done. I then told my dad to go downstairs and do it on his telly, and he still hasn't managed now. And that was what, goodness knows how many hours ago. So so maybe give it a try. And let us know how you get on. I've got a poll going on my Facebook page, so go and get yourself over to my Facebook page and let me know how you watch us. Do you watch us on your phone, your tablet? Do you put it on the big telly as well? Are you like me and you're a little bit late to the party, just understanding how the whole big telly thing works? Because if you are, let me know. I'll be pleased to know it's not just me. Right. Oh, I love it. We've got these sparkles on the show as well. I absolutely love these. Now, I will warn you, these are incredibly limited. We literally have just a handful of these left. So if you're wanting to get them, I would suggest getting on there and getting them, right? So we've got different designs, different colours, different sizes in each pack. But they're really lovely. They're from our friends at Hunky Dory. So there you go. Details are on the bottom. They're only $2.49 a pack or $3.49, but they're really, really good quality. Let's have a look here.
So I've got a question coming in.
Yep.
Cindy has said she doesn't have the ink pads. Could she rub down ink from a marker to ink the edges? Would that be another way of doing it?
So what you could do is you could use if you have some of our aqua markers, so anything water-based. And what you need to do is you need to mix it with a product called glycerin, right? So glycerin is, you know what you would get from the pharmacy? So you would pick up some glycerin and it would be, for when you've got a sore throat or whatever. You mix your markers with a little bit of glycerin, and a load of crafters have glycerin in now for this exact reason. You can basically increase the open time on the marker. And that will allow you to do some more techniques with it. So you just
Fabulous.
sprinkle down a little bit of a marker water-based pen, and then you can do that. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that looking lovely? Really good, but super simple. But it's all about, so remember what you've got is, you've got the papers. The papers are absolutely brilliant, right? Really lovely, vibrant shades. Then what you've got is, you've got the stamp. So the stamp is basically a great background stamp. Now to do the background, we did the stamping, but then also you've got those 2 ink pads so that you can do the depth. You can add that extra depth onto all the bits in the background. Then we've put the butterfly dies in. See, this is the kit that keeps on giving. The butterfly dies in so that we've got the embellishments there. And then if you want to go one step further, I've just added some of those lovely diamond sparkles that we've got as well. So they're not in the kit. Those are an extra, but they are very, very, very limited. Okay? Right. Joe, I think I better go and get ready for the next kit. I was wanting Joe to remind everybody, obviously we missed Craft Vault this morning. So we were going to do Craft Vault immediately after we did my couple of hour flower forming show this morning. And unfortunately, because the website was down, we just thought there's no point doing it and winding everybody up when you can't get hold of all that half price stuff. So you're going to stay and do it tonight, aren't you, Joe, after we finish here?
Yeah, I certainly am. But do you know what? I've been going rogue all week, so I think we're going to go rogue and give you a quick preview of the Craft Vault. And the Craft Vault is literally going around looking at what we can bring to you. We know you want a bargain at the moment, and that's what we're bringing to you. I've been raiding the warehouse, and we're going to go through now. I'm not going to go into too much detail at the moment. I'm just going to show you what the 15 products are. Remember, they're all half price or less, but we don't have huge volume of any of them. We don't have huge amounts of these. So if you see something you want, get straight across to the website, craftscompanion.whereveryouare.co.uk.com or .eu. You want to go into the Creative Cravings show, and that's where you'll find the Vault offers within there. Are you ready? It's going to be fast and furious, but we will come back, I promise, and do it in more detail later in the show. The first one we've got for you, So Inspired. Now, you've got £30 worth of crafting paraphernalia within there, as well as 28 amazing projects in that one. It's a half price, $4.99 in the UK, $7.47 if you're in the US. At full price, they're amazing value. At half price, even better value. The next one we have for you is the Poinsettia Perfection Stamp and Die. So many of you talking about starting Christmas crafting early. This is a great This is a great one to grab hold of. It is $3.49 in the UK, $4.97 if you are in the US. The next one we've got now, I need to show you this. This is a 8x8 double-sided paper pad, 50 sheets in here. So there is loads of crafty opportunities within this one. I know a lot of you have talked about starting that Christmas crafting a little early, but I think, you know, there's actually a lot of the designs in here, not just Christmassy. These are almost a little bit frozen, aren't they? They're a little bit sort of Disney princess almost, some of these as well. Oh, Disney Plus launched yesterday. Lots of you watching lots of Disney, I'm sure, at the moment. The 8x8 paper, $6.49 in the UK, $7.97 if you are in the US. An advent calendar. Talk about getting yourself started early and taking advantage of a great price, because the advent calendar is £12 if you are in the UK, or $17 if you're in the US. Look at that lovely picture of Sara on the front of there as well. Loads in here. I might open a couple of these boxes up, little windows up a little bit later. If you don't tell the boss, we'll be fine. So they've got that one there for you. Some foil and stamp dies as well. This one is the Provence border and corner. To get that at half price is really quite phenomenal. $7.49 in the UK. It's not much more in the US actually. It's $7.97 in the US. So a great time to grab one of those. I know a lot of you love the wrap dies because they're really versatile. You can wrap them around bottles, around presents. So I had a good rummage and we managed to find you a wrap die. This one is the wedding chimes wrap die that you can see here. This one is $3.99 or $6.47 if you want to grab that. As I did say, we don't have deep stocks of all of these. That's why they're in the vault. That's why we're able to bring them to you at such incredible prices. The next one that we've got is this one just here, and it's another Christmas product. It's the Star of Bethlehem. It's $6.49 if you're in the UK, $8.47 if you are in the US. So grab that one whilst we have it. Outline dies. These were on really not long ago. I'm surprised that I managed to convince the powers that be to let me pop one of these in the vault, but I've done it. Don't ask me how. For $3.49 even if you're in the UK, $5.97 if you are in the US. That is a...
Whoa, you got that?
Don't.
That's the butterfly one.
Yeah, I know. See, I wasn't meant to be doing this show with Sara originally, so I thought I was going to get away with bringing you these prices. However, Sara's made a special guest appearance and the whole thing's unravelling.
Limited quantity.
Well, you can only have to be quick on that one then.
You're not getting all of them.
No. And, I've not seen this one either. I've only managed to go and get you some expressions dies. You know, the ones that have got the removable outside edge on them as well. This one is the beautiful one that we've got here. It's £2.49 in the UK. I know, right? Or $4.47 if you're in the US for that one. And this is beautiful as well. I'm going to open this up for you. He says, I'm going to open this one up for you because this is the vintage lace linen cardstock, and it is gorgeous. It is really, really lovely. It's textured, and I think that's why you love it so much, because it adds texture to something like mats and layers without adding, you having to add loads into there. Really lovely tones. It's going to be hard for you to see, but you're going to have to take my word for it. It's like when you get a really fine linen, like a really lovely fine linen shirt, that's what kind of texture you've got on that one, which is fantastic. That's there for you. That one, $4.99 for that in the UK, or $6.47. Now, talking of more papers, got a lovely 8x8 paper pad for you, and this one is really gorgeous. It's like a faux, kind of like a faux sparkle, this one. I thought I'd taken the sticker off of this. Let me show you the back. It's the that one there. You can see just how gorgeous that is. It's really, really lovely. You've got 36 sheets, 12 designs, 180 GSM. Something that we don't often see here, and I really wanted to get these in the vault for you because I think they're such a useful piece of kit. It's the 3D foam pads. It's the large pack of these, $6.49 or $9.97. If our Craig is watching, he'll definitely be stocking up on those at half price, I can assure you. Then, if the boss was annoyed about me having some of the previous stuff in this show, she's going to absolutely hit the roof.
You got that?
Tacky glue.
Where have you got that from? Where have you been in the warehouse to get all of this?
I've been in the vault. There's a little bit of the warehouse I think that no one knows about because look, tacky glue, half price. You just don't see this at half price. £2.49 or £3.24. It's great for if you're working with things like papers. So wherever sometimes with a wet glue, it kind of cockles and warps. With this, it doesn't happen, which is fantastic. And you're really not going to believe the last one, because the last one, talk about save the best till last, Centura Pearl Luxury Carnival Card Pack. 10 sheets of glitter card.
That's not Centura, that's the mirror and the glitter.
Oh yes, it is. Sorry, my bad. It's the luxury. It is the glitter. You've got the mirror.
Even better because you get all of them.
Matte mirror, and you've got the self-adhesive as well. So you've got all of them. 40 sheets in there. That price, £6.49. I would say, of all the things I've just shown you in the craft vault, the two things you need to be quickest for is probably the few things you need to be quickest for is that, definitely that cardstock, the tacky glue. If I could only have
the butterfly die.
I'm saying if I could only have 3, but now I'm thinking
the butterfly die,
the butterfly die.
The advent calendar.
But the advent calendar.
The luxury linen card.
Maybe the foam pads.
The foam, absolutely, the foam pads.
Yeah, so just...
And the luxury linen.
If I had, yeah. I mean, it's really hard to choose, but there is so much good stuff on here.
What we're going to do if we sell out a half your craft vault stuff before we get to the craft vault? What's the plan if we sell out of the craft vault
How
stuff
many
before
miles
we
is
get
it?
the craft vault?
How many miles is it to the warehouse from here?
5.
5? I mean, I might be able to get there and back, in about 20 minutes. I'll have to go and do a bit more rummaging, I guess. So that is all the craft vault stuff. As I said, it is over on the website. It is under the Creative Cravings show. So you need to go into the Creative Cravings show, click through, you'll see all of that wonderful stuff in there. The next thing we're going to share with you is the Celebrate card kit, which is this one just here. So I'll just quickly run you back through what you're getting in here. So you're going to get the Distressed Harlequin, which is gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen a stamp as big as this one that's on there. It's an 8x8 stamp, but then we're still going to give you loads of loads of sentiments, and you can build your own with those, which is fantastic. And you've got a frame, lots of other lovely bits in there. Craft card, which is always lovely. I think it actually gives you quite a modern touch to your cards as well, which is lovely, a real essential. You're going to get a quick drying ink pad, and we're going to give you the 6x6 crafty fun as well. All of that for £30. That's a 30% saving, or it's $43 if you're in the US. So you get absolutely all of that. I've been going through the comments as well, just before you came over here. Fedora has been in touch, and she said, we bring you like the big secret kits in the cartload shows. Fedora says, hi Sara and Joe, I've just got my mystery craft kit from Thursday's cartload, and it is beautiful. So thank you. Other people as well are saying there was a lot of love for us in the comments here, Sara, as well. A lot are saying, people saying how much of a treat it is to have so much Sara in our life in 1 week. And someone else goes on to say, what a team you two are. You're like a dynamic duo, which is fabulous. I'm going to hand you back to Sara. She's got loads more crafting to share with you. Don't forget about the Craft Clinic. Any more questions whatsoever, get them into me. I'm over on the Crafters TV Facebook page. I better tidy all this up, I guess.
Oh, I feel like I want to give you a fist pump through the air, Joe. Fist pump, yay! So, no, go on, give us a fist pump back. Whoa, fist, yeah. So basically, because Joe and I both live like round the corner from the studio, we're still able to get in. We are running on a total skeleton crew. So there's no camera people, there's no tech people, there's no background crafting people, there's just me and Joe. So Joe's right up there, I'm right down here, our producer Laura's in the other room poking all the buttons. So if we go off for a second, don't panic, it's just because we've got no technical people in to fix it, we just have to get everything brought back together. So we're a little bit rough and ready, but we thought it was better to be rough and ready and to be coming to you than not to be able to come to you. So not all of our craft experts are able to come to the studio. Some of them are self-isolating for health reasons. Some guys don't live around the corner from the studio, so they haven't been able to come out and do this. So we are literally we're flying by the seat of our pants, as they say, and we're just trying to bring you as much programming as we can, because I know for a lot of you, it's like a lifeline us being able to do this. It's like You can't come to us, so we're coming to you through the medium of TV. And what I'm loving is, this is my first ever Creative Cravings show, and I love the idea that we've got all these kind of try me kits. So, because usually when we do a bundle, it's like a load of dies or a load of stamps or a load of ink pads, not a little bit of everything. So they're great kind of starting points. And I know a lot of you will be taking this opportunity at home to craft with the kids as well, and getting people new, you know, getting the kids into craft maybe when they haven't done it, have a little dabble in all sorts. You'll be able to from today's show. Now, this kit that we're doing, these stamps, let me just show you. If you're going for these stamps, you are going to want, I mean, you could use your Gemini plates, by the way, for these. You could use your Gemini plates as a stamping plate if you don't have a large stamping platform. But if you want a great finish, this 8x8 stamp platform was made for us bringing these stamps out. So I'm putting them on the large 8x8 stamp platform, and what I've done is I've actually folded myself a card down ready to go with. So I'm using the quick dry ink, so I'm using the Sandstorm one because that is the one that we've put in the kit for you. Very, very useful, very, very useful colour. Now what I would say is the great news, these stamps are all photopolymer, which means you get this wonderful finish with them. They're going to stamp beautifully. So if you've tried stamping before, not always got a great result, don't worry, it just could be that you've not been using a great quality stamp in the past. I can tell you all the photopolymer stamps, we make them here in the UK and ship them all over the world from here, and they give you a fantastic finish. So look at this, I'm going to put my card in, I'm going to turn this over and put this down, and then I am literally, let's have a look, I think I was going to put my dots at the left hand side. You can do it whichever way you want, and I'm going to pop this down and just stamp all over the base there so that we've got like a lovely stamped background with that Sandstorm, all right?
Christine's dropped it into the comments with a question. Sara, she's asking, how would you store your stamp pads on the shelf, so the ink pads on the shelves that we sell, right side up or upside down? Which way should the ink pad be facing? Good question.
Well, all of ours we store, let me just get them. All of ours we store, Christine, with the ink pads facing up. But actually, what a really good idea to store them all with the inks facing down. You could absolutely do that, and then you can still see all of them, and that's going to work a treat. So yes, do you know what? I think you should probably store them upside down then. I might get all of ours turned upside down. They do look pretty all standing up. To be honest, the quality of the ink and the quality of the ink pads is such that these ones here, we've never had a problem with them having them upside down as it was. Right, I've done stamped on that. Then I've got, here we go, I've taken a piece out of the Crafty Fun pad. So this is my Crafty Fun collection pad. So all I've done is I've chosen one of the designs that I thought would over stamp really nicely. So I've gone for this one here and taken the sheet out. Now remember what I did last time? I just put that blank sheet of paper down so that we didn't get over stamping over top of everything else. Great little tip here as well, watch. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to get stamped all over. If I put this behind, I can actually look through the middle and just ink up where I need to. Just saves kind of wasting a little bit of excess ink, right? So we've just got stamped in the middle, plenty of ink on there, and then we'll just turn it over here. Right, so I do just need to warn you, I'm being told a couple of people are having issues getting orders going through. If that's the case, ring our office because we've still got staff in on customer services able to answer the phones. It's amazing what our tech systems can do from all over the world these days. So ring the office and we'll still be able to get you sorted through the office, right? Now, I've stamped that very subtle in the background, right? But then watch what I'm going to do. I've got one of our distressing tools, and I'm just going to go and just distress around the edge of the paper. And this tool, now you can, if you don't have a distressing tool, all you would need to do is take a pair of scissors to the edge of it, right? But this is just an easy way. So before I would have a tool, I used to literally do it like this, right? So it just gives you exactly the same effect, but the distressing tool just makes it a little bit easier. And all we're doing is we are literally, what it says on the tin, distressing around the edges. So you're just ruffling over the edges. Now, Joe, we're getting live updates in our ear as Joe's Craft Vault products are dropping like flies, one at a time, as people are starting to go crazy for them. Do you know the #1 bestseller? Well, do you want to tell them what the #1 bestseller was, Joe?
Just pad for one more second while I get the sticker off.
Wait. I don't even think you need to bother because it could be a sellout before we get the sticker off.
It will be at this rate. Oh, I've just broke a nail.
You are such a girl.
I really am.
Right, so yes, that Chloe pad, which he will show you in a second, is absolutely flying out of the door. And the Christmas one, do you know what? It is. We all need paper to stock up on, don't we? We all need paper. Go on, can you show them it yet?
Nearly, I'm halfway there.
So what else is doing really well, producer Laura? What else do we need to warn people about? Loads of people getting hold of their flower forming collection that we had on this morning.
Damn
yes,
it.
so sorry you couldn't get that this morning, but we do have that available now. Right, go on, he's got the edges off, he can show you a little bit more.
Look at that, it really is beautiful. This is that 8x8 paper pad that so many of you are loving. It's a great deal on that one as well.
Of course it is, they're all half price. You've lost your mind.
£4.99 if you're in the UK for that. If you're in the US, it's just $5.97. That one's really busy. I think though, the Christmas one might even be even better value for money, because rather than you got 50 sheets in this one, not only 50 sheets, you've got 50 double-sided sheets. And I don't think this screams Christmas. I think this is very, princess almost as well. It's got really beautiful artwork.
That one near the back.
That bit, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Really love those swirls in there. This one as well is, Sara's falling over herself to get an order. Oh, you're not again. Oh no.
It's all right, I'll fix it.
I hope it makes it to the end of the show, that.
Yeah, it's all right, I'll fix it, don't worry.
If you want to go for the 8x8, this is a snowy Christmas one. It is $6.49 in the UK, $7.97 if you're in the US. It is half price, as everything is in the craft vault. If you want to get anything from the craft vault, you'll need to be really quick. What else was really busy? Oh, the advent calendar. Yes, Carol, one of our previous craft ambassadors, dropped into the comments to let me know that she has gone for the advent calendar after she missed it last year. I think it looks fabulous. It really, really does. So if you want to go for that, it is £12 or $17. A lot of people are talking about just having Christmas time again at the moment, I'm reading. Friends of mine have put their tree back up. And are just like, because they said we're going to put the tree up, and then what it'll be like, it'll just feel like we're on them like weeks off that we have over Christmas, betwixtmas and the New Year. So that's what friends have done, yeah, having roast dinners and putting trees up. So, you can start again if you want to. Go for it. How are you getting on over there?
Right, I'm ready. Well, yes, can I get back to my demo? I'm on repair duty again. Do you know what I love, actually? Can I just point out how awesome the product is, right? Doesn't matter how many times I have to squash my flower, it still comes back being just as roughly. So, and that's because it's set in that new foam. So it doesn't matter how much I'm squashing it, we've still stuck it down really well, right? So, back there, right, so I've done my distressing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the quick dry ink pad, right? So still going to use the Sandstorm to just add a little bit of colour around the edge. So it works just like your water reactive, just your open time isn't as long. In fact, I'm going to pick it straight up from the pad. I'm not going to take it out to the edge. Look at what a difference that's made. So can you see, look at the difference it's made down that edge versus a flat one. And this is the difference. Yes, don't just think, oh, it's a printed paper pad, so I'm just going to use it as it is. Distress it. You want to be taking it on to that next level, don't you? You want to just be seeing how you can personalise everything you're doing with it. So here we go. 3 sides, 4 sides. And I'm just over top of that distress. If I'd just done this on the plane, wouldn't have quite given the same finish. And we've put the Sandstorm colour in, because if you're doing your card with your craft card, the Sandstorm's going to work really, really well with your craft card. Doesn't that look fab? Right, now, here we go. What I'm going to do is, got some twine, right? So I've got some of the twine in here. I did have a piece open. This could be interesting. See if I can find where I've put it. Here it is, right? So I thought I'd just wrap a little bit of that twine around here, just to kind of bring it to life a little bit more. So here's a bit of my top tip for the twine, right? So if you're wrapping twine round, I'm going to go, I think, 4 times round with the twine, right? And I'm going to stick my twine down on the back. So, and you can do this with, you can do it just with your sellotape. You don't need to be worrying about using glue for these. So if I just take these 2 bits on the back and stick them down first of all, right? position these where I want them. So I'm going to just get all that wrapped around, some coming up, some coming down there. And then what you can do is you can cut another little piece of this twine and we can tie it around here. So I'm going to tie it around like this. Now I remember when I first started crafting, when someone showed me this, it was like revolutionary. Because I used to try and wrap it round and then finish it here. Whereas if this way you can just wrap it round, finish it off at the back where it doesn't matter if you don't get it perfect, and then do your wrap bits like this. So we've got that ready, and then again I'm just going to hold these bits in place along the back with a bit more sticky tape, and then that is going to go onto the just a piece of black card. Let's just trim you down a little bit. Got plenty of you there. That's going to go onto a piece of matte black just to secure everything in place. And you know what? Didn't have to be matte black. Your craft card would have worked brilliantly in this setting, however you want to do it. So do I have any matte black? I'm sure I had a piece of black. Yes, I do. So we can put this over top of that matte black, and then that is going to go over top of the front of our card. See, and I love the way it's kind of like we've missed bits down here and it's quite ethereal. That's the look that you want to go for with these stamps. They're not designed to be perfect. So they're very forgiving if you're a new crafter, okay? Oh, right at the end of that one. That's that. So it looks like maybe the craft room might need some more tape pens, not just me at home. Do not let me forget to go home without then. I've been saying that all the time, right? So you're done. Right, so all I'm going to do now is I've taken these, can you see I've already stamped this, but we've got this beautiful outline piece, and then the idea is all of these will interchange. So I've already stamped To My Dad, right? And I'm going to just go, I did have some foam pads here. So should we just raise these up a little bit with a couple of foam pads? Kind of lift them up, give them a new lease of life. And then this is going to raise them, go in the front. And I've also stamped, you've got a little rosette that says number 1, right? So that's going to go over the top. That's going to go under there. Let's have a look, have I got another tape pen? I'll find one before my next demonstration. Don't you worry, so I can use the colour all purpose. We can get this put down on the base here, right? And then this here, we'll just use another little bit of one of them foam pads, I think, to stick this over the edge of there, just to bring it out. Oh, you've got the foam pads on that fantastic deal. Are these the foam pads you've got on half price, by the way?
Indeedy.
Hey, I tell you what, you are looking out for your Joeites, aren't you? He's looking out for his fans tonight.
Do you know what I need to have? Yes. I need to have a name. Like Gargard's got like the little monsters. You know, what could mine be? I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
What do you think? Do you like my card? I think that's lovely. What do we do? Do we send away all the cards that we make in the show? Oh, can we do that? Can we send them? We do whatever we want. I said so. Yeah, let's do that. Right, I'll pick them all and we'll send them all to somebody then. So I've got this one, and this can go up here next to the one that we made earlier as well. So keep your comments coming. Should we pick one commenter on YouTube, one on the Crafters TV page? Yeah, because we've got 2 cards.
Sounds
one
good.
On Crafters TV, one on YouTube. Can't say fairer than that, right? Right. What's next, boss?
Well, the boss is calling me boss. Oh dear, no pressure. I need to just let you know about the hero tool. So every Wednesday in Creative Cravings, we bring you a hero tool. So it's something that I and the rest of us at the team here believe you really should have in your crafty stash. And this one is fantastic. It is this self-healing cutting mat, 12 inches by 9 inches. It's got all your markings on there as well. And basically, if you like to cut things using something like a craft knife, you're not going to damage the knife, and you're also not going to damage the mat as well. What's great about the hero tool is obviously normally all of our sort of core items like tools, we don't really discount them. However, for the hero tool we do. You're going to get 20% off of this. It's $5.59 if you're in the UK or $10.36 if you are in the US. It's got a lot of great markings on it as well, so you can work out things like angles and measurements on here too. Really good thing to have in your stash. Now, loads of you are absolutely loving Sara's card. Lots of you saying how gorgeous that last project. Oh no, knocking everything over. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to find some time to tidy that up now. Okay, I'm gonna keep monitoring these comments. What I would say, if you want to join the conversation, then absolutely Facebook is the best place to do that. However, if you do want to watch and shop at the same time, then here's how. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. I am just, these stickers are going to be the bane of my life. I'm just getting myself ready for the 5 in 5. And I've got another sticker to take off. See, the problem is I broke my nail earlier on my sticker finger, and now everything's taking me ages. Don't you worry about that. Shall we just recap some of the other stuff you've already seen? Let me just pop a photo in whilst I tackle this sticker. Here is that lily collection that we showed you a little bit earlier. Really beautiful, lots in this one. So you're going to get the dies within there, the butterflies. You've got that wonderful background stamp, 2 ink pads, and 36 sheets of that 8x8 cardstock as well, which is fantastic. £26, or so this one here, this is the one that Sara was just creating with. You've got that massive stamp in there, that lovely big harlequin. Someone in the comments was saying they would love to make a Alice in Wonderland scrapbook page with that stamp. I think it's a wonderful idea. You've got craft cardstock there, you've got the 6x6 Crafty Fun, an ink pad and some twine in there as well. So it's a really comprehensive collection. I want to give you a heads up as well to the flower forming foam. Now, it is coming up for you a little later in this show. We know that a lot of you joined us this morning and watched the craft along. A lot of you already owned the kit, but some of you didn't. You were trying to get it, and we did have a problem with the website. However, we don't have any issues at the moment, so now's a great time to grab it if you saw it earlier. If you love the idea of flower forming, but you've maybe always been a little bit apprehensive, then grab this and go back and watch the show from this morning, because there was 2 hours of Sara taking you through it step by step in loads of detail. So I know you'll love crafting along once you've got this collection home. £40 in the UK, $50. You get 2 die sets, the petal distresser, the stamens, the foam, and the ball tools that have got the mat in there as well. If you do already have the flower forming, a lot of you will be wanting to restock on the foam, especially whilst we've got it on such a great deal. You've got the greens in there, the violets as well, and then you've also those purpley tones. You also got the white, and the white's really great because you can colour it yourself. Sara went through in great detail about how you add ink to these foams in the earlier show. 21 sheets in there for £13 or $22, saving a quarter. Gosh, there's an awful lot of great stuff in the show, isn't there? We've also got a deal on the mini for you as well. Now the mini, so popular. The mini on its own should be $34.99. Yep, I know. You're getting that and the bag, which is worth $12.99 off the top of my head, for less than you should pay for the mini itself. So that, again, is a wonderful deal there as well. I did have a comment I really wanted to read out, and I've lost it. There's so many of you commenting so quickly. You're all sharing hints and tips and ideas in the comments. It's hard to keep up what's actually going on. I will find it again in a minute, and I'll go back into it. All of the craft vault items are absolutely flying out. If you've got your eye on anything particular from the craft vault, I'd say you need to be quick for those. Definitely shop ahead. There's and we've now even got to do, we've got the 5 in 5 to do now. I completely forgot about it. Stay there because I need to get my sweatband. I can't do it without my sweatbands. Oh, This is the closest I get to a workout every week, this part of the show. Let's just get these on.
Look what I've got ready.
Oh, here we go.
It's not just about you. It's not just about you this time. I am going to be following along. I'm reading the comments live as we go. Because I'm a woman, I'm obviously phenomenal at multitasking. So I'm chatting. I'm able to follow the chat on YouTube as well as the chat on the Crafters TV Facebook page. Let me just say, we have more people streaming us right now through YouTube than we have through Facebook, which I'm taking as a win because I told everybody you have to go and watch us on the big telly. So hands up, who's watching us on the big telly? Please watch us on the big telly. Just because I'm so bigger. I mean, in real life, I am a size 6. Just on your telly, I look like a 16.
I'm a 28 waist as well.
Yeah, Joe's a 28 waist too.
I'm very
anyway,
slim now.
I'm ready to go. Oh, look at that. You're getting 5 minutes and 2 seconds. They're giving you 2 seconds extra. Are you ready? Because when you're ready, I'm going to do the buzzer. Are you ready?
I think so.
He's getting ready to go.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm ready to go.
Right. Whew. So I'm going to give you a countdown in 5. Oh, I'm messy. 3, 2, 1.
The stamping mat. Now, this is fabulous. If you have got any of the stamping platforms that we bring to you, you absolutely need this, because what it does is it gives you a little bit of cushion for you to push down on. So if you're used to stamping and maybe you're not getting clear, crisp lines, are your stamps sort of splodging a little bit, or you're just not really getting that clear, crisp detail, this will help. You've got all of your measurements on here as well, and all of the grids. A lot of you have got this in your basket already, all of the grid lines on here, and what that means is you're going to be able to line up those stamps as well. The other thing is as well, if you do stamp over the edge and onto it, it doesn't matter. It's a really lovely porous surface, so it means it will soak up any ink that you end up splodging out onto it, which is not a problem. It's £5.39 if you are in the UK. It is $7.15 if you are in the US. This could have been our hero tool this week because it is an absolute crafty essential.
1.
Oh,
right,
okie doke.
I'm busy commenting on YouTube.
Crafting inspiration. I can't do this in a minute. Oh, the stickers are back for me again. It could take me a minute to get into it. Here we go, I'm in. Now, crafting inspiration is great because how much is this for? $4.99. Are you kidding me? I don't even know to go through it. You're going to buy it anyway, $4.99. 75 projects within here. You pay more than $4.99 for the magazine alone. However, you're then getting all of this wonderful crafty goodies. I do believe this is one of the most recent ones too. You've got a filigree border and tag die. That's worth more than $4.99, worth more than double $4.99. You've got beautiful photo polymer stamps in here. They're probably worth more than $4.99. You've got a 750 printable elements within a DVD as well. That is definitely worth more than $4.99. And then you've also got a Spectrum Noir book. How many people are getting into colouring at the moment? All of that.
I'm trying to give you a bit of extra time. I'm trying to.
$4.99 for all of that. $5.99. Where are we going? Summer Breeze. Oh, this is gorgeous. We're spoiling with the amount of papers we've got on today. Come in here and have a look because this is so versatile. It's florals and it's like faux inked patterns as well and backgrounds. There's so much you're going to do with this. It's double-sided as well, so if you want to roll it, you want to do that absolutely you can. It's got a white core if you want to tear it, which is fantastic. It is going to be beautiful for doing things like scrapbook pages if you want to do those. You've also got as well then in the back of here, you've got loads of die cut elements within the back too. So you've got all of these little tags and toppers within there too. You've got 32 sheets. Where is the time going? £11.50 or $15.50 for that one?
Right, back to me comments. I'm chatting along with everybody, by the way, on YouTube and Facebook. Almost at the same time.
Sara's having a lovely time. We've also got one of those wrap dies for you. Now, I know how much you guys love these. These are great for using as a wrap around something like a gatefold card, if you're using them like that. They're also great as well if you want to put them around presents and use them instead of a bow. You can really extend them out, put them around bottles. They're really, really versatile. versatile. The other great thing is as well, you can use them through all your die cutting machines. So of course your Gemini, your Junior, your Mini as well. There's loads that you can do with these. They are really super versatile. You can put them around absolutely loads of different stuff. Think about cutting them in things like glitter card or maybe in Centura Pearl. £6 or $10 if you want to go for those ones.
Last one!
Right, the last one, Spectrum Noir Liquid Inks Metallics. I know our Fiona absolutely loves all of the liquid inks. Now in here you're going to get 3 different colours. You're going to get the green citrine, you're getting antique pearl, getting vintage satin, and also rose gold. So basically, you know the lovely quality of ink that we bring you in our Spectrum Noir markers, you've got that basically in a pot, which is fabulous. So you can still lay it down, add water to it, pick it up and use it to colour, but you've also now got them packed full of mica as well. So if you love your glitter pens, if you love your glitter overlays, you're going to absolutely adore these. And they make, if you're someone that loves to do inky
10,
backgrounds,
9,
you are going to absolutely love them.
7,
1950
6,
if you're
5,
in the UK, gets
4,
you all 4,
3,
or 31.50
1.
if you're in
no
the US.
Pressure, Ross, but
Hey!
Yeah! I don't know why I'm doing it. It's my ear. It's vibrating in.
It's vibrating in the gallery apparently.
Quite like having the power.
I've got a bit of a sweat on.
Yeah, that's why he's got the sweatband. That's why he's got the, do you know, it's always a highlight of the show, the 5 in 5s. And we've got some cracking deals. Do you know what? Between the 5 in 5 and having Joe's Craft Vault in here, you're just like taking over the gaff, aren't you? Totally taking it over. But at least I get to do a bit of crafting around here as well. Right, so what we're going to do, guys, is for those of you who are brand new, we know we've got loads of brand new viewers watching us tonight. If you are not already a member of our Club Inspire, then you absolutely need to go and get signed up. If you are a member, you've got about a minute to go and get yourself a quick cup of tea, and we'll be back with you right after this for the next demo. Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Oh, well that was, I've just about got my breath. I had a little sip of water in the underneath the piece of video we shared you there. Where has the time gone tonight? How have we, an hour and 13 minutes already into Creative Cravings? You guys are absolutely loving this show. I just want to quickly share with you what we're going to be showing you next. So it is the double-sided die stargazing collection. They are absolutely beautiful. The double-sided dies, especially if you batch make, if you make to sell, they are a one-pass wonder these will work perfectly with that 8x8 texture cardstock. You're going to get ribbon in there, you're going to get that scent with love, and you've got a tape pen. There are not enough tape pens. You can't have too many tape pens. You really can't. $29.50 if you're in the UK, or $38 if you're in the US. So this is what you're going to be able to create with the die that you're getting included. Now, I understand that a lot of you, maybe you're familiar with this concept of die, maybe you've got all the other bits, you've got enough, you know, paper and ribbon and tape pen and all of those different things. We do have more of these dies for you on the show. I'm just going to run through the other options that we've got for you. This one is the Decadent Deco that we've got here. How gorgeous is that? I'd love to see that with a bit of mirror board behind it, looking very, very, it's going to be great for things like your invitations is what I'm trying to get at there. Can't have too many butterflies. You guys absolutely love butterflies. This one here is the butterfly kaleidoscope that we're looking at. So we've got that one on the show for you today. This one is the Retro Floral. It reminds me of the brand that your mum's plate was, Sara. It's got that real kind of feel to it. You can get any two of these for £45 or $55. We've then got as well, finally, the Lots of Love, which is this one here. I love, not only do you get a beautiful result, but look at this, you could actually turn this into confetti as well. The waste basically that you're getting from there is gorgeous as well. £45 or $55 for each, gets you two of those, which is fantastic value for money. Lots of the items in the vault are extremely busy. I'm hearing just how busy they are. We'll be doing the vault at the end of our Creative Cravings show, so make sure you stick around to the end. We'll go through them all in a lot more, well, I say we'll go through them all. We'll go through the ones we have left in a lot more detail. Lots of you loving the 5 in 5 as well, very busy there. I can see a lot of you in the comments really loving this show, which is fabulous. Right, I know that Sara's ready for her next demonstration. I'm going to hand you over and I'm going to keep going through here. I'd love to know which products you're going for in the craft vault, so do let me know in the comments.
You can throw some tape pens over as well. I need a straight one and a dotty one, seeing as I've just run out. Right, I'm going to use this kit, however, this paper pad is screaming out to go with it, and I'll tell you what else you can bring us over, chuck us over from the other side. Don't throw it. I want your carnival paper pad. I've just seen you've got that on. What a fantastic bun, right. So I've just seen you've got that. Now, let me show you here what I would do, you see. Each one of these, can you see you get multiple shades of the same thing working together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the blues together, right? So I'm going to get some of the darker blue and one of the lighter blue, and we're going to use these together to get the two different pieces that are going to work in, right? So I'm going to use these together and bring in my die. So these dies are all 4x6. So what you need to do is you need to cut your card to, you don't have to cut it to exactly 4x6 because it will cut it out, but you want to cut it to roughly 4x6. So this is 8x8 paper. So you're basically going to be able to cut this in half and get two out of this one sheet. So there's my 4, and we're going to go by 6 the other way and have a little bit left over. Now I don't even have a card here. I'm just going to show you how awesome this can look, how you use these dies together, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, there's two sides to the die, right? This is the one that's just going to cut out, if I show you back on here, this side is going to cut out like this, yeah? And this side here, which looks really busy, is going to cut out like this. So I personally like to use this one on the darker side, and I like to use this one on the lighter side, right? Now, a little bit of a tip. If you've cut your cardstock exactly the size like me, because you've been tight and you don't want to waste any cardstock, right? You need to make sure your cardstock is positioned spot on with that, right? So I'm just going to put both sides on here, and I'm just going to just tip that over the top so that it's going to stick down beautifully, so that I know that that cardstock won't move when this is in the machine. So I'm going to put this between my two double-sided die plates, right? Also on the website if you don't already have them. And then I'm going to put these two between my regular Gemini plates and send them through the Gemini. Now, if you've got the junior, you need to make sure you get the junior double-sided die plates. If you've got the larger Gemini, you could be using either the junior or the large Gemini one, whichever's more convenient for you. Now, I'm just going to check this before I do anything. Oh man, look, I knocked it. Oh, Sarah, we're going to cut that one again because we're going to make that look. Oh, I can't believe I knocked it. I should have taped the top and bottom. Should we just lift them off and I'll use these, but then I'll also do my second set just so that because I want to show you both of them, right? Look how well this is coming off. Just give this a little tap on the back, right? So let's get this perfectly. Do you know, I'm just going to leave these in place. So this is your dark one. So you're going to take the dark one. You're going to get that tape. And you're not going to knock it this time, Sarah. I don't know why I'm talking to myself. To you guys, I'm pretending I'm talking to, but really, I am still talking to myself. That's pretty much how we roll here. Not like yesterday. I tell you what, yesterday, I spent all day talking to my kids because I was homeschooling the kids for the first day. All my life, I have a newfound respect for the teachers. So, I mean, I already knew teachers were an absolute godsend, but I didn't quite realise to the extent that those teachers were a godsend until yesterday when I spent all day homeschooling my kids. It was challenging, let's just say. And you'll laugh at this. So I had to do an interview with a really big magazine. I'm not going to say which magazine it is because it's going to be, it'll be coming out next week. But when you see it, you'll be like, oh my life, I can't believe that was the magazine she was doing an interview with. And I just said to the journalist at the beginning, look, I'm homeschooling the kids today. My husband's had to go into work, so I'm the one at home with the kids today. So you'll have to excuse me if I get interrupted. I've told them not to interrupt me. However, I can't promise they won't. She said, no problem. A couple of minutes later, our Charlie, in true form, turns up. Mummy, I need a poo. You'll have to come wipe me bottom. I was like, good timing, son, good timing. Pick that one well, didn't you? So, yes. So I had to say to the journalist, will you just excuse me a moment while I go and wipe my 3-year-old's bottom? And so, yeah, I think in these uncertain times we're in, anything goes, right? So let's have a look. I'm just going to take this little bit of tape off the back here. I want to show you something really clever with this as well, right? So if I do this, and then this is my one, see where I didn't knock it. It's, sorry, wait, yeah, the one where I put it in straight. Let me just get you've got little holes in here, you see, to release these with. And these are to get your stars out there too. So these are your releasing ones. And if it kind of helps if you get a lot of them released before we go. Now, this is what Joe was saying about these would be brilliant for shaker cards because you've got all of this great stuff coming out and it's all going to come in handy. I mean, obviously not these bits, but the stars and that are going to be brilliant for inside your shaker cards. All right? Got all them ready. Just remember, I've got the flower forming coming up next. I managed to find myself some of the what you call it? Apparently the flower forming's been going crazy on the website. It's a good job. I'm going to be doing my demo in a little bit, and I've managed to find, while Joe was over there, I've managed to find where I've put the Gemini mini plates. So we're all sorted, right? So these here, I'm just lifting all of these out, and we've got this nice and ready to go. So this is the front ground one. But then what I'm going to do is, we had that kit on a little bit earlier. In fact, it's the same one that the paper pad was in, and it had those lovely ink pads in. I thought, let's do a little bit of inking with some of the ink pads that we've got as well. So I'm going to get those ink pads out and just show you how you can kind of take this on another level again. And again, this is a brilliant way if you've been wanting to try some of the double-sided dies, or if you've got some of the double-sided flower dies, for example, try one of the background ones. At least with the bundle, you can try not only the die, but load of bits of stuff to go with it as well. That's why we've ascertained Creative Cravings is the favourite show of the week, right? So, have I got this lined up the right way, or is this the other way around? Nope, doesn't go that way, so it must be going this way. There we go, looking fabulous. Right. Oh, look, I've missed one off here, right? So, what I'm going to do, before we put it on, I'm going to ink around these. So let's bring, what colour was it we had? We had the pale fig and the plum jam, didn't we? So if I put my plum jam on here and just bring a few little bits, I'm going to pick it straight up from there, right? And just around the stars. Just give it a little bit more kind of zhuzh and oomph. But if I just show you what that's going to look like when these are over, can you see it's just going to give it a bit of a different feel going around there. So just however you want, just give it a little bit of a two-tone as it was. You don't have to get everything. You don't have to just use it as the cardstock came flat. And you can always, it's a little bit like using a stencil, because you can always put the top one on and then see how it's looking. And if you want to add any other pieces around, there we go. That's looking fantastic. Love that. Absolutely love that, right? So we've got all this ready to go. And then the lovely Joe has passed me over, at my request, he's passed me over some of the tape pens. Thank you. I was keeping an eye on you. Do you know, it's really weird. It's just finding this new way of doing things, isn't it? So, do you know, we used to think that to manage to get a shorter air, we used to have our producer, we'd have to have someone on the graphics directing, someone operating the cameras, whereas now we've got Laura, our producer, sitting in the next room, and me and Joe at opposite ends are here, and you know what? We're making it work. And that's all you can ask, isn't it? And if we're a little bit rough and ready, you know what's going on, and I think people are forgiving of that. At least we're here, right? So I'm using my dotty tape pen to go right round the outside with this, and then also just up the middle. Look at that. So just up the middle, plenty on here, and then this is going to come straight over top of that. Doesn't that look absolutely brilliant, right? And then, to make that really jump off the page, Joe passed me over his lovely carnival colours. I think this is going to look brilliant. If we can just try it. I think that would look great with the gold in the background for the stars, do you think? I think that would look fantastic. Oh, you see, I wonder how it looks with the... Oh, I like that one. See, this is the challenge, isn't it? You've got both of these in the pack. And I'm right in thinking these are on the half prices.
Half
price. Are you giving away my stock?
I don't know how I've
away my
convinced
stock?
us.
Yes.
I don't think I've been here long enough to be giving you these kind of deals. $6.49 in the UK, $7.97 in the US. That cardstock.
Well, I tell you what, it's good to know who you're looking out for. He's just making sure you guys are all right. Well, I'm just pleased. I'm just pleased you're being looked after. Right. I've used the dotty tape pen where we had to go over some areas like that. The straight tape pen is the one that's going to give you a much stronger stick, right? So we're going to use our flat tape pen here. You can just feel how sticky it is coming out of here. Honestly, if you haven't had our tape pens before, let me just tell you, they are absolutely awesome tape pens. And I'm not just saying that. Like I said, we go through loads of them in our house because they're brilliant for the kids. So there we go. Look at this. Now, I haven't made this into a card, but I just wanted you to see how you do this. Right? That has given me a brilliant background. And then look at that. It's given me that lovely two-tone in the background. And I just think you've got that multiple layers of the stars. And the only other way to achieve that would be for you to do this and use multiple different dyes. So it would be so expensive, it would be cost prohibitive. Whereas we're able to do it all with one dye. Now, you got the hang of it. Let me show you. These are some of the cards that our designers have made. So how great does this look? That's the gold. It's not the gold. It's just the yellow from that pack in the back here. But can you see it looks great with the black? And then the second layer, they've done exactly what I just showed you, where they've used the inks to colour it round. What about this one, where it's been done with the black in the background and the colour in the foreground this time, right? This one's been paper piece back in. So just with white and then the stars put back in when they've been coloured. And I love this idea. I love the idea of using all the gold to get, if you go for that carnival pack while it's on half price, that one there is the set that you want to go for, right? This is the one that's going to work beautifully with that carnival. So it just gives you a few little ideas. Now, the Stargazer one is the one that's in this set. But remember Joe was telling you, we've got all the other ones. So what I can show you, I'll show you just a few little samples with these, right? This is the fantastic heart, right? So you've got those hearts in the background. We've also got the butterflies. Butterflies look fantastic there. Now this is like a double gatefold card. Lovely big centerpiece one. This one here, look at this great. This is the butterflies done again, but onto the front of a box this time. This is the butterfly. We do love the butterflies. Obviously, we love the butterflies. This is done onto the front of a box, but again, those carnival colours really come into its own. Hope you saw my box making tutorial on Monday. If you didn't, It's still available. You can go back and watch it. It's on my Facebook page. It's on our Crafters TV website. It's on YouTube. You can go back and watch it anytime you want. Oh, I've got another little star one thrown in here. So I'm just going to show you all of the designs that we had again. So you've got the choices here, all right? So all of those choices. We've got the Stargazer, which comes in our bundle to start with. Look, I've got such a mess here, right? There's the Stargazer. Then we've also got, let me get the right names. Decadent Deco. I knew I was going to get it wrong. Yes, Decadent Deco is that one there. Then we've got, there's the butterfly one, of course. It's called the Kaleidoscope of Butterflies, that one. Obviously done in purple. Looks brilliant. Then we've got the Retro Florals, which was one of my favourite ones. They're usually £25 each. However, which you can see why the starter kit is such great value. However, these are 2 for $45 or $55 if you're wanting to double up on these, okay? So those are all of your options there. Now, by my reckoning, Joe, it's 2 hours for Creative Cravings, and I've managed to get through everything in an hour and a half. So does that leave me a little bit of time to clean up and do some of my flower forming?
I think you definitely can, and everyone is really looking forward to it as well. I can see a lot of you have gone for the flower forming in this hour, because I know a lot of you didn't manage to get it this morning, but all of the education is there for the flower forming. That's the bit that a lot of you will want and need, and you can go back and watch the earlier show. It's the Sara special show that we brought to you earlier today. That is where you'll find all of the flower forming education. If you want to go for the flower forming, then we have got available in this show. Should we have a bit of a recap of everything you've seen so far in this hour, in this hour and a half? We're going to start with the Celebrate card kit. Very, very busy on this. It's £30 or $43. You've got the craft cardstock. The biggest stamp I think I've ever seen. It's like an 8x8 size background stamp, that Harlequin stamp. You've got all the sort of sentiments there as well, which you can mix and match. You've got a 6x6 card pack in here as well. That is the Crafty Fun one. You've got the twine, and you've got an ink pad in there as well. So you've got a lot within that collection there. It's a really, really great value collection. You're saving 30% on that. Okay, the next one, this is the butterfly card kit, or if you're in Germany, Schmetterling, which is the German word for butterfly, of course. I don't know why it always makes me laugh so much. In here you've got the Lily Collection butterfly dies, that beautiful script background there as well, and then 2 ink pads too, as well as 36 sheets of the 8x8 cardstock. I love the colours in there, real bright, bold pops of colour, which you're going to really enjoy incorporating into your projects. £26, $32.50 gets you all of that. Again, phenomenal value for money there. Double-sided die, the Stargazing collection. In here you are getting that beautiful double-sided panel die, the Stargazing. You're also getting the Crafty Fun ribbon, the tape pen, and the Expression Sent with Love die as well. There was a beautiful sample showing you all of those together. $29.50 in the UK, $38 if you are in the US. Loads and loads of comments. A lot of you saying how much you love the double-sided die. Kirsten saying how much she loves craft card. Even Sara herself is commenting along here in the comments. I can see. And lots of love for everything, basically. Lots of people talking about how they're watching us on the big telly as well, which will make Sara very happy, I know. I need to let you know, if you're going for, in the craft vault, we will revisit all again. If you're going for this, this is currently your favourite from the craft vault, the advent calendar. If you think you might want it, I don't know if this will still be here at the when we come to do the craft vault properly in about sort of 20 minutes or so. So if you want that, it's £12 or $17, better than half price. You need to grab that. I can see a lot of you are multi-ordering on the advent calendar as well, even with these fabulous craft vault prices. Thing is with the craft vault prices, it's not one per customer. You can order as many of these as you like. You can also use your Club Inspire discount even with the craft vault. Even with the craft vault as well, if you want to, which is fantastic. Kirsten keeps asking me to say a word in German. She's asked 2 or 3 times in the comments and I keep missing it. So I'm going to say it. But I'm really going to have to trust you, Kirsten, because you could be telling me to say absolutely anything. It could be a really bad word for all I know. Now, apparently, it is the word of a German town. So I'm going to replace my trust in you and I'm going to try and say it. But I'm obviously going to butcher it, which is why you want me to say it in the person. Ida Oberstein is how I would say it, but I don't know if that is the right pronunciation. You're going to have to drop back into the comments and let me know. It's a German town, apparently. My producer, Laura. Well, we hope that's what it is, and we hope it's not, something untoward, which I'm sure it isn't. Hannah Law is saying good work on the pronunciation of Schmetterling as well. Thank you very much for that. A lot of love for the double-sided dies. Mary saying she loves the double-sided die. She used it for St. Patrick's Day. Now, something else that there's a lot going on in the world at the moment. We completely appreciate that. We are here trying to bring you as many shows as we possibly can. And you'll notice that it'll be a lot of myself and Sara, also myself and Leanne. I know we're here next week because basically us guys are local. So we're trying to not bring people in from afar for shows. So we're only trying to bring you, there's a few of us. So the other thing to note and bear in mind is that dispatch is unaffected at the moment. I know Sara was checking on the warehouse today. The warehouse is also local. Those guys are practicing all of the social distancing and are working really hard, but really safely to dispatch. So it's a good time to order. Don't order and thinking, oh, is everything fine? Dispatch is absolutely fine at the moment. Our supply chains are completely operating as they should be as well. So you can order, as always, with complete peace of mind still at the moment, which is fantastic. Something, though, that I know a lot of you were expecting to see in this show was the craft factor. Now, I'm going to hand you back over to Sara, and I'll let Sara explain. Obviously, it just isn't right for us at the moment to continue. So we are going to pause it, but I'm going to let Sara explain more.
Oh, yes, we would have absolutely loved to have been able to continue, but obviously we just can't be inviting guests into our studio at the moment. We have to just keep the studio on lockdown as much as possible. So we will be inviting craft guests in as soon as, whether it's a few weeks, whether it's a few months, as soon as we're able to, we'll be start doing our live auditions all the time, right? So every week in this show, we'll be having a live auditionee come in and you can see what you think. So basically we're on the hunt for the next craft expert who can come and appear with us here on Crafters TV. So we're going to be live auditioning people every week, and then we'll be able to pick a winner. I think we're looking to pick somebody in November who'll be able to come on air with us. So, right, I'm almost ready here for my flower forming Joe. We're going to do a couple more flowers to add on to my project. So do you want to just run everyone through, now that you can actually buy the stuff, run everyone through what the deals are?
Yes, I'd love to. I know it's absolute torture for some of you earlier watching the show. You didn't have the product and you really wanted to order. We were just doing a few updates with the systems earlier, so we had some problems with the website. That's why we've shoehorned a bit more flower forming into the end of this Creative Cravings show for you. And it is a really good show to have this on because it is all about learning. There's a few different options for you. So we've got the sort of comprehensive bundle. This is like an explorer kit or a great sort of tester kit. You've got 2 die sets in here. You've got your petal distress tool, you've got your stamens, all of your foam, and you've got the ball tools. They are big ball tools that we're working with here.
We've got big balls!
I haven't got my horn. £40 or $50 if you want to go for that. You're saving over a third, which is fantastic. Now, I know a lot of you have already got sort of all the hardware that you need, but maybe you're coming back to stock up on the foam. Now, we've sorted you out with a great deal on this. The greens, you've got the purples, and then that interesting picture you can see there of the white one. It does look, it's more interesting that when you get it home, let me assure you. But the white one's great because you can add colour and you can add ink to that. £13 and $20 or $22, saving a quarter there. The Gemini Mini, now the Gemini Mini should be $34.99 in pounds. However, we've got it for $29.99 and we're going to give you $12.99's worth of carry bag as well. That's why you're saving almost a third on that. It's $29.99 or $44.95. Very busy on that. And this is perfect if you want to craft on the go. It's perfect to do all of your flower forming with. Right, I'm going to jump back to the comments. I'm going to hand you over to Sara, and she's going to sort of recap all of the wonderful things that she did for us in that earlier show. Don't forget, if you want to see Sara taking you through the flower forming in its entirety, then go back and watch the earlier show. If you want to watch and shop at the same time, then do that on our website, craftscompanion.co.uk if you're in the UK, .com in the US or anywhere else, or .eu if you are in the rest of Europe. But for now, here's Sara.
Indeed I am. So this morning's show, we spent 2 hours and I taught everyone how to make the bubbly flower, which we have here. Then we learned how to do the cuppy flower, which was the one that we have here. Then I showed everyone how to do the ruffled flower, which is my favourite one, so we'll do a bit more of this. I taught you how to do the quick little buds. Then someone wrote in and asked how to do the lilies, which I thought looked lovely, so we can do another lily. And then I showed everyone how to stick the whole thing together. Now, just to recap a little bit, so what I've done is I've basically picked up where I left off. So I've got a few of my flowers kind of already cut out. So for those of you that missed this morning or want a little refresher or a little flavour of it, right? If I bring in my iron and I bring in my little tool here, let me show you the first technique that we went with was showing people how to do what's called a bubble. So the bubble is when we hold this up on the iron. We've got the iron, it's just a regular home iron, and we're just letting it bubble. So the hotter it gets, the more you can see it bubbles up there beautifully. Let it fall off, and then really importantly, you open it out while it's all formed and light flat. This is why you get the special foam in the kit. Now the kit itself, we've basically put together a complete starter kit, so that if you're literally wanting to get started, what you're getting is you're getting the all the tools that I'm using, things like the foam here. So that this is the base foam for you to use. You also get the special flower forming fluid, so you're getting one of each colour that we do in the collection, plus plenty of the white to get you started, right? So we've got plenty of that to go with. And then you see we put this down. So we've got a small, a medium and a large bubble here. Now, you're going to get these ready. What we need to do is get some stamens ready to go in the middle. So your stamens, you do get a pack of the white stamens, and you can colour them up to whatever you want. I'm going to get a few pink ones here. We do coloured ones on the website if you want to get a few coloured stamens. And I just found some floral wire at home this morning. What on earth I was doing with floral wire, I don't know. But I just went rummaging through the craft room at home and found I found some floral wire. I found some jewellery wire from when I was back into jewellery making years ago. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your stamens, and I find any wire is going to do the trick. You could even use the wire that's holding the stamens together. But it's brilliant to be able to wrap this around. What we're trying to do, you see, is get the stamens together and then just wrap the stamens around the wire like this, so that you've got like this little bunch of wire that you can then use to thread through here. So let me show you the little trick now, right? If you get your pokey tool, which I have had once, here it is, yes, here we go. Get your little pokey tool, right? Take the top off. I'm going to poke through the small one, then I'm going to go through the medium one, then I'm going to go through the large one. So you can see we're getting that like bunched up flower. And if you look from the close-up, you can see it really starting to have, you know, a 3D effect there. What you're going to do is you're just going to feed that right off the top. We're going to feed this straight through the hole that we've just created, and we've got that lovely bubbly flower. And if I just take a little bit of my hot glue, pop a little bit of hot glue onto the end, that's going to help it all set in place. So really important just to finish it off like that. We've even got 10% off the hot glue gun. Now, what's what I've got? I've got my cup of tea that I was having before there. Not until I've drunk this, right? So my cup of tea, all I was doing was sitting these over the edge of my cup, right? Just to kind of keep them all in place. So if I put that to one side, let me show you the second type of flower. So I'm going to do a cuppy one now, right? So I'm going to start here, exactly the same again, but we're going to leave it a little bit longer, right? So if I go into here, and we're just going to form this, keep going. So this is what I'm saying, we'll go a bit longer. And then can you see how when it comes off, it forms into this tiny weeny little bud? Yep. And now the next one I'm not going to leave on quite as long, so that it goes into a bud, but not quite as buddy as the first one, if that makes sense, right? So when we pull this off, I'm going to open this up, and I'm just going to just use them tools to create them bud shapes. Look how easy this is, right? So there's our little, here we go. There's our it's very static this. There's our medium size one, right? Then I'm going to do the same with the large one, but look, I'm going to bring a larger ball head out. In fact, let's not quite go that big. Let's go the medium size. So I come with the larger ball head, all right? I'm going to heat this up, drop it off, and then this time the larger ball head into the middle there, and let it form around that larger ball head. Now let's have a look. Let's have some different coloured stamens this time, right? So we've got a couple of pink ones. Oh, I think I might put a lemon one in there as well. Couple of pink, couple of lemon ones, couple of blue ones in there as well. Oh, I love it. Love it when we just kind of crafting on the go and nothing's pre-planned. It's just a case of let's do what we want. And you know, that's what we've been doing with the shows every day this week. So we've just been, basically, it's like our extended programming schedule. So at your request, a lot of people just wanted us to basically keep them company. So what we've been doing is we've been trying to do extra shows every day where possible. A lot of people already have at home. So like the flower forming kit is one that we've sold thousands and thousands of. So I know loads of you have the flower forming and would be able to literally pick up and work along with us, which is where we had the photos of the people who'd been doing them already today after the inspiration this morning. On Monday I did a lovely box making tutorial. So we did loads. Actually, it wasn't just boxes, we did boxes and cards. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on them just to finish that off. So if you want to go and see that one, you can absolutely go back and watch the show that we did on Monday and see some more coming through from some more ideas from Monday's show. And on Friday, I'm going to be with you and we're going to be doing a colouring special. So I'm going to be doing a whole show teaching Jo how to colour on Friday. So make sure you tune in on Friday. We're going to do it a little bit later. We've been having to do them on a morning because obviously we've got a second show in the afternoon, whereas on a Friday we don't have the extra show. So what we've been doing is we're going to bring you in a little bit later in the day to give more people in America the chance to actually wake up. So I had one lady this morning watching from Texas at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was absolutely impressed beyond belief at the dedication and commitment there. But we're going to give you a little bit of a lie-in on Friday. So a little bit of a lie-in on Friday. Tomorrow, we've got our cartload show. Now, the feedback that we've had from a lot of people is, a lot of our people in the UK, it's convenient for them to watch, but a little difficult for them to watch on an evening, which is why we've decided that tomorrow I'm going to do the show in the morning, so that it's a good convenient time for those in the UK watching. Then I'm going to just do like a preview, so just a shorter preview show in the morning. And then tomorrow, at our regular time for cartload, so 7 o'clock in the evening for cartload, we're going to do a full cartload show. So yes, so we've basically got a full day cartload planned tomorrow. Should we do some colouring of these? This is a fantastic technique. I'm going to do the ruffly flower. I'm going to make another one in case you haven't seen it. Oh, it looks like it needs a little bit more glue on this one as well. I'm going to do this ruffle one. So should I just bring my, yeah, there we go. You see, you just need a bit more glue. Do you know what it is? I didn't put enough glue on the first time. So I'm just going to put a little bit more glue onto here and then I can stick this on. So plenty of glue on this time, Sarah. And you do need to, the problem is, you see, you need to glue it and then you need to sit and hold it. And I'm not sitting holding it. If I'd done plenty of glue, if I hadn't done a Sara job in the first place and we'd had less haste, more speed, we would have been fine. But you know what I'm like for doing things very hastily. Whereas when you're at home, you're going to take your time. So it's just a case of literally waiting for the glue to dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this ruffly flower that we have at the top, which is my favourite 3D flower forming foam creating, right? So if I put this back over here, and we'll just sit you on there so that can, yeah, do you know what, I'm going to put a couple of bits of foam underneath it so that it'll hopefully hold it up and let it dry in place. Oh, you're a bit big there. Yeah, there you go, you see. It's going to hold it in place. Right, so we're going to do a little bit of the colour tinting, right? Colour tinting, ready to do the ruffling. Now, for the ruffle one, you want 3 large flowers, 2 small, like medium size, and then one smaller one to go in the middle. And remember, Joe, this is when I do a lot of inking, so I need you to help us with some of the target. Basically, right? So I'll show you it first, and then Joe can chat to you as well while I'm on with this. So over the edges, and you need to do it with all 6 of them. And here's what you're not going to do. You're not going to leave it at that. You're going to flip it over and take the time to do the other side, because you want to get this looking absolutely perfect. You're not going to compromise for the sake of another 20 seconds doing the other side. And you're going to do that on all 6 of these. So I'll crack on and get these done, Joe, while you can have a bit chat with everyone.
Absolutely, I would love to. Kirsten was saying, yes, I pronounced that Germantown correctly. Thank you.
Well done.
She says, now you need to come to Germany. I've been to Germany lots of times, actually. I love Germany. I've been to Dusseldorf, Berlin, Hamburg. Oh, and there's somewhere else I've been. I've forgotten. Don't you hate it when that happens? It'll come to me, don't you worry. But yes, send me an invitation. No doubt I'd love to swing by. Jan says, dare I ask, is there a show in the morning? Well, do you know what, Jan? Seeing as you ask quite so nicely, there is a cartload, of course, as there is cartload every week, 7 p.m. UK time, which will be 3 p.m. East Coast time tomorrow. However, myself and Sara will be here in the morning at 10 a.m. UK time, which will be 6 a.m. East Coast, with a preview to that evening's cartload. So definitely join us in the morning. And then Friday, there is that wonderful Sara special where we'll be looking at all things colouring. Can I give a bit of a reveal about the Can you tell them about the extra special thing that happens on Friday?
Well, I thought what we'd do is, I thought it would be really nice, because I know a lot of you are colouring. I am literally printing colouring sheets out off the internet every day for my 2 boys to colour, and they're loving it. So what I thought was I would make you a colouring book that you could download for free from the website, and then you've got some free colouring, and Joe and I will be using that along with loads of other stuff on the show and doing some just really relaxing colouring techniques. So yes, so watch the details. There'll be details of the show where we've got like a free colouring book for everyone to download.
Fabulous. I was doing some homework in preparation last night, and I got home. I was really tired last night, so I got back to the house here, had some dinner really quickly, watched a little bit of news, and I thought, do you know what? I thought, shall I get the colouring pens out? I thought, yeah, I will, just so I know what I'm doing. I reckon maybe 2 hours later, when I looked at my clock and was, where does it go? I just completely lost myself in it, and I loved it. I'm really excited to learn even more along with you guys on Friday with Sara. It's going to be a really good show. A lot of people just saying how thankful they are for these extra hours that we're bringing to you. You're loving having us here, and all the time that we're in this situation, we'll still keep trying to bring you these extra hours. We're going to do our best to bring you as many extra shows as we can, whilst we know so many of you got time on your hands. What are you guys using all this extra crafty time for? Do let me know in the comments. And a lot of people have talked about looking ahead to getting lots of Christmas crafting done. So if you want to share pictures as well, you always can. Don't forget as well, if you want to see a full presentation of Sara giving you loads of explanation about the flowers, then you can find that on the Crafters TV page. The leaf dyes apparently may have sold out, is what I'm hearing in the comments. So it just goes to show you.
Sellouts already?
Sellouts already. If you do want something, then you will need to grab it. Don't forget as well, Craft Vault is coming up at the end of this show. Lots of you are shopping ahead. Loads of the stock gone. Limited stock on some of the Craft Vault items already. A lot of people saying how much the idea of a downloadable colouring book sounds fabulous. And
it's going to be completely free.
Completely free of charge.
Completely free of charge.
How wonderful is that?
Yes. Right, are you ready for me to start and show you what
absolutely.
I'm doing? Right, I've just been getting ahead, but don't worry, because I've got 6 of these to do, so I thought I'd just be organised, right? Are you ready? Here's what we do. You've got your iron over here. Oh, you might be easier on the better there. Let's have a look. Here we go. You're going to put this on, but just for a couple of seconds and then let it drop off. So we've just got it warm, right? Then you're going to fold it in half. We're going to fold it in half again on top of itself, so we fold all 5 petals together, right? Once they're folded together, you're going to nip them on the edges. You're going to get your little tool and we're going to scrunch on the edge, right? So depending on distressed and scrunched you want them depends on how much of a beating you're going to give them at this point. So if you can't do all 5 petals together at once, look what I'm doing here, I'm just doing one at a time, right? So it's completely up to you if you do all 5 at once or one at a time. Then when we get to this stage, you're going to bring your largest ball head in and you're just going to smooth it around the back of that. Look at that. So you're just smoothing right around. See how easy it is to do. Now, the foam is activated with heat. So you don't have to just have heat from the iron. Here what I'm doing is I'm using heat from the, can you see? I'm using heat from the actual friction of my finger. So let me just show you that. I've got that one again. So that's one of the larger ones. So we've ruffled the edges and then we're just smoothing with our finger to just kind of give that lovely rounded effect. Very, very easy to do, right? Don't be too heavy-handed because that's how you'll grip it. But even if you know, doesn't it look fantastic? Just looks really great. So we open that. So there's our flowers. Can we just have an appreciation of that is stage 3. That was stage 2, just coloured, and this was stage 1. Look at the difference, right? Just cut and coloured, and then the edges fluffled, right? So I'm going to do one more fluffle.
Is that
here.
a technical term?
That is a new technical term that I've just made up. So
Wonderful.
onto the iron, couple of seconds, bring it off. You're going to fold the corners over. Then you're going to fold them into the middle, and you're going to pinch the edges. Then try and hold those edges and give it a real ruffle on the edges here like this, right? Can you see we're just getting loads of ruffling going on those edges and get all the edges done. Once we've got all of our edges ruffled, right, then what we're going to do is we're going to open these back up and smooth them around the edge like this. Can you see? It's so easy to do this, Jo. And I was saying to people earlier, if you haven't done this with the kids, I've done this with my kids. Well, I'll be really honest, our Charlie's only 3, God love him. It was all a bit too much for Charlie. But our Oliver absolutely loved it. So he didn't do the ruffling one, but what he did do is he did lots of the bubble ones, and he just loved the idea that when he put them on the iron, it was going to be perfect, right? Right, Jo, I'm just smoothing all of these out. What's everyone got to say about it?
Roxanne is saying that she's absolutely loving the shows today. She's having a news holiday, so she's watched Crafter's Companion, Crafter's TV all day, both the live shows and loads of the previous shows as well. All of the previous shows, they're all still there for you on the website at Crafter's TV. You can go back and watch all of the previous shows if you want to. Talking about what people are making cards for, Julia is making 150 Easter cards. Now that, Julia, is dedication. Kathy says she was kind of umming and ahhing about getting the flower forming. She says, but Sara has made it look so easy. She's really looking forward now to trying it. Erin saying how beautiful the flowers are that you're creating. I can see, yes, lots of people laughing. All of our European friends laughing at how they make lots of spelling mistakes in the comments because their phones try to correct them to German. Or Sandy says hers does that with Flemish as well. She says if you ever get like a random Flemish or German word in the comments, you know that's autocorrect, mucking around.
Oh, bless. Right. Let's have a look. I've got all of them smoothed out. I'm just going to do myself another stamen. So for those of you who missed it, here's how you do the stamens. Oh, I think the yellow might look nice with this, right? So you get about half a dozen of these stamens, and I love this two-tone. And just remember how much more intensive the colour was. Didn't look very much when we just inked it up, however it looked so intensive when we brought it together. I'm going to move this iron because I've managed to go a whole day without burning myself on the iron. Whole day flower forming, no burning. It's got to be a record for me. So don't want to let it down at the 11th hour. You're going to bend these round. Once we're bent round, you're just going to give them that nice bit of a twist here. So basically it gets nice and tight in here. So we've got that lovely twist, and then we bring them to kind of like a point. You want them together because they're going to thread through easily, right? Now, let me just show you where we're at. We've got one small one. Have I just thrown these on the floor? Yes, I have. There we go. I've got one small one. I've got 2 medium ones, and 1, 2, 3, like, I love this. Can I just say, Joe, this is absolutely my favourite. I think it's one of my favourite crafts to do at the moment, if not my favourite craft. And so for the sake of £40 or $50, have I put my pokey tool? For the sake of £40 or $50, I would just say, get it, give it a go, you'll absolutely love it. Here's my pokey tool right in front of my eyes. Who else has that, right? Right, here's what we're going to do. Watch the little one. We're going to go right into the middle, pick up that little one. Then we're going to pick up one of the medium-sized ones. Yep, just getting all these petals fluffed out as we're going. Going to pick up the next size medium one as we're going. You can see it all starting to come to life in front of your eyes. I would say don't scrimp with this one. Do 6 layers. It's worth the extra little bit of time and work because it just looks so professional when it's finished. So there's 5. There's the 6th layer. And that's just looking absolutely incredible. I mean, that just looks phenomenal. And then this, you're going to lift it off and we're going to put our stamens through. Now, bear in mind, you have watched me do this live right from the very beginning. This morning, the whole point of these shows on the morning is I want people to be able to craft along with us at the same time. So there's not going to be, like we have normally on the shows, here's a little bit I've prepared earlier, or I got something ready ahead of time for this. No, we are literally, we went right from the beginning. We made this whole project from the very, very beginning. And how fabulous was that? Now, what we also did, I know the leaves have sold out, guys, I'm really sorry, but we did some leaves, you see, and again, just holding the leaves over the iron means that you can shape all of your leaves as well, right? So it's brilliant to be able to kind of shape these and finish this off. So there's some of our heated leaves on there as well. What I'm going to do is come in with might I need another glue stick? I am ready to go. Should I need another glue stick? And all we're going to do is some more leaves down the bottom here like this, right? Where are we going to put our flowers? So we've got that lovely little bud. I kind of feel like this wants to come up near the top. Yeah, it does. It does want to come up near. I'm telling it where it wants to come up. So cut this off at the top, right? And all I'm going to do is pop a little bit of hot glue onto the end here. And then position this in place. Yes, it's just finished that off nicely there, hasn't it? Right? So that just goes into the top. Then if we want to do, should we put our bubble flower down near the bottom somewhere? So you could either, I think this might look good, you could either go coming down here, or it could come off onto the edge. Oh, it's difficult to know where to do it, right? And then let's have a look. I'm going to pop you down there. It's just going to hold that in place. And you see, you can keep going with these. You know, I've obviously come and added a little bit more to this, to what I'd done earlier. I think this is going to go nice at the front. I think it is going to go nice at the front. And then all we're doing is adding a little bit here. If you want to see how I did those lilies, make sure you go back and watch that show because it was so easy to do the lilies. The lilies were super simple. It's the same technique as the ruffled one, but slightly less of it, right? And then again, if you just, any of these, you just pop in a tiny little bit of blob of glue down and we just finish it. Look at this, so easy to do, right? So you can keep going and finish this however you want. But let me just tell you this, if flower forming is something you haven't tried before, just get the starter kit. It's the best time to give it a go. You've got all this time, you can sit, you can put me on the big telly. Who's watching on the big telly? Stick me on the big telly, we can sit and do it together. You could get yourself a plate, a cup and a fork, or a spoon or something, your glue gun, everything in your starter kit, will be able to sit and do it together. Remember my top tip as well, if you don't already have the Gemini Mini, we've got this awesome offer on the Gemini Mini today, whereby if you get the Mini, which comes with the plate and everything in as well. The Mini, $29.99 just for the Mini. You get the storage bag thrown in for free, or $44.95 if you're shopping in the US. Storage bag would be another $16.99. It's completely free, thrown in with the Mini. We've only just got these back in stock. And the Mini, all of the dies go beautifully in the flower forming starter kit, go beautifully through the Mini. So if you are wanting to do it with the kids, how great for the kids. In fact, to be honest, whether it's this or whether it's any of your other dies, let the kids have the Mini and be able to work with it because it's super simple to do and brilliant to do. So that's everything from me on the flower forming front. I think Joe's going to give you a bit of a recap of everything we've had on the show, and then we're going into Joe's craft vault officially, although I think we're getting near to some sellouts already.
Yeah, we certainly are. It's a real sort of grab it whilst we've got it situation. I just want to take a moment to recap that flower forming bundle that we had for you, because it is very, very busy, as we knew it would be. Remember, all of that education is there for you from earlier. 2 die sets in there, the petal distress tool, the stamens. You've also got the foam, 15 sheets of foam in there. And you've got the ball tools as well. So everything you need. Add some hot glue into that and you're good to go. £40 or $50, over a third off there. If you want to stock up on foam, maybe a lot of you already got the hardware that you need, then you can get this collection here. You've got the greens in there, you've got the purples, and you've also got the white in there, which takes ink beautifully as well. £13 or $22. The mini, I can see Kirsten here is saying the mini is absolutely stunning. A lot of you are going for that. It's very, very busy. $29.99. The mini alone should be $34.99. And the bag is £12.99 as well. However, you're getting all of that for $29.99. Great value for money. It's been an exceptionally busy Creative Cravings, as we knew it would be. There's loads of great deals for you in the show. A lot of you are saying thank you so much to Sara. You are absolutely the best, says Katie Anderson. I have to agree. Cindy says thank you for these shows. So nice to have fun and giggles and to get away from everything else that's going on. And that's just what so many of you are saying, because it is such an escapism for so many of you. You know, we used to call it me time. Now we call it mindfulness. It doesn't matter whatever you call it, but a lot of you find that crafting is your happy place. And it really is important to make time for yourself. A lot of you talking about just losing stuff generally in your craft room seems to be another theme at the moment today as well. Someone as well, I've lost a comment, but someone was asking if we are doing more Molly Harrison stamp sets, if there's more in the pipeline. I'm going to just look over to the boss and give her the eye and see if there is some more there. Oh, that's a definite. That I think that means.
I'm getting the eye.
Yeah. That means, I think that means yes. Bernice saying how she's loved watching. Also, Alison saying she ordered the paper pads this morning. Yes, loads of love generally for this show. So this sort of brings us to the end of Creative Cravings, but it means that we get to, well, we're still within Creative Cravings because the craft vault is within Creative Cravings. So it's within the show, it is, but it's time. It's almost like, I feel like we need like a cheesy opener for it, you know, like Through the Keyhole, as we go in the craft vault. And we're back. I really built that up there, didn't I? Yes, so we are going back into the craft vault. I love these shows. It generally is me sitting down with the team and just rummaging through our warehouse and bringing you what we have. Of course, it's all going to be at brilliant clearance prices for you, but we don't have huge amounts of anything. So if you do see something that you love, I'm just going to give a wave to Sara, she's off home. If you do see something you love, then you do need to grab it. We're going to go back and we're going to look first at So Inspired. I'm not having much luck with the stickers today, am I? I really need to make more of an effort to make sure I get these stickers off before the show. So let's go back and have a look at So Inspired, because I think these are such great value for money all the time, because what you've got in here is you've got a fantastic magazine. Now this one, for instance, you've got 28 projects in this magazine, which is brilliant. So you can see you've got loads within here, loads of things that you're going to be able to create, which is fantastic. But it's not just about the magazine. Now, if this one is $4.99, now if you were just going to pay $4.99 for the magazine, that's phenomenal value for money. However, there's loads within here. We've even got a fat quarter in here for you, which is fantastic. It is the retro weave you're getting within this one. We've got patterns for 4 different tote bags as well within here. So if you want to be creating those, you've got those included. You've even got some stencils in here. Now the stencil is to create, I just want to see if I can find a picture of it for you. This stencil, I'm going to have to really get in close here, creates, how close can I get? See this cute little doggy down there? It creates that. So that's what you're going to be able to do. So you think about the amount of projects that you're going to be creating. You've got patterns, you've got stencils, you've got fabric. I mean, how much would you pay just for, how much do you pay? Online you can pay a £5 for a pattern absolutely easily. You've got all of that in there. It's half price, £30 worth of value in that one right there. Okay, we're going to move on to, where are we going next? poinsettia, wonderful. So the poinsettia perfection. This is a stamp and die that you've got here. So you can see you've got that lovely image that you're going to stamp, and then what the die does is, I can't really, let me turn it around from the back. You can see then the die then cuts that out. I think that would look beautiful on a, you can tell where that belongs, can't you? This set, I didn't see that there, sorry. That would look beautiful on a Christmas card. You know, so maybe you're stamping an image in the background and then you want to raise the lamp up and bring it forward. I can just see that raised up on some foam pads would really give you that sort of depth of scale, which some of you sometimes struggle with. Again, it's half price. I need to stop saying it's half price. I can't get away with the fact that they've let me have it all for half price, which is why I just keep saying it. It's £3.49 if you're in the UK, £7.97 if you are in the US. Now, I know one of the most popular items in the show is this pad. It's the 8x8 double-sided snowy Christmas. You're loving it. I don't think, though, that this is strictly Christmas, because, look, you've got these beautiful, they're all double-sided, they're a bit sort of like princess, almost. I think that's the kind of theme. I'm seeing the Ice Queen, almost, is what they remind me of. They're 8x8, so double-sided. You've got 50 sheets, so you've got 100 crafting opportunities right there. They are £6.49 or £7.97. I think that a pad is a really good way to go, because especially if you've got a lot of papers and you are storing lots of papers, especially if you don't have a lot of storage. Now, a lot of the time your card gets knocked around, you end up with it dogged. I just think with a pad, it just keeps it so beautifully. It makes it sure it's going to be in pristine condition. A lot of you are multi-buying. I know what you guys are like. I know you like to have one to stroke and one to play with and craft with. Then this would be great. I can see a lot of you have got more than one of these in your basket. So do grab those whilst we have them. Now, the Advent. Do you reckon, let's just have a word. It's the most popular thing in the whole Creative Cravings is this Advent calendar. Laura's my producer. Do you think we can get away with opening one of the windows, or are we going to get told off? You reckon so? Okay. What number do you want? One to, what date is it today? It's the 25th. Oh, it's Christmas, yay! So how many is it? Just 9 months till Christmas, folks, not long at all. Should we open the 24th then, as there's no 25th, obviously. Now, on the 24th, you do get quite a good one by the looks of it. Let me just open it up and have a look. Are you like me? With your chocolate advent calendar, do you manage to wait until it's open, or do you just go for it as soon as you get it? Oh, I can see it's a die. Oh, and it's quite big. I'm only going to open one. What I'd say, if you don't want to know what's in here, because I know a lot of you love the surprise, you know, it's like watching the sports results. Look away now. Let me just pull this out here for you. I can see I can confirm it's a die, and it is quite a big one by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Let me just pop this out. Can you tell how much I struggle with packaging? No one struggles as much as I struggle with packaging, I don't think. Oh, this is nice. It is a gorgeous edgeable die that you've got in here. Can you see that? Really lovely, big, lacy, ornate, edgeable die in there. The 24th is one of the larger ones, I will admit, but still the value is phenomenal. £12 to grab hold of this, or $17. So you're going to get, oh, they're very robust, thankfully. Oh, I feel like I don't know why. I feel ancient today. I'm really, my back's aching. My hip was sore earlier. I went for a run on Saturday and I'm literally falling apart. Yeah, so do grab that. Loads of you going for it. I think a great time to grab this and put it away, because how many of you have got crafty friends that you'd love to give an advent calendar to? It's a bit of a no-brainer at £12 or $17. That one, 50 pence a day is what it's costing you to open that, 50 pence per die. Now, let's move on. Everything is busy completely across the show. At the moment, the advent calendar is your most popular item. We're going to move on to some foil press items. Now, so many of you love the foil press. It's a really great way to just add a real touch of elegance to so many different projects. Now, this one is the Provence border and corner that you've got here. Half price on this makes it phenomenal value, £7.49 or $7.97. I know so many of you absolutely love that foil press. If you do, a really great chance for you to stock up on a foil press die. Okay, let's move on. Let's go. We're going to go to some wrap dies. This is wedding chimes that we're looking at just here. And it really is a gorgeous, gorgeous die. Let me just flip it around so you can see what you're going to be able to create with that. So you can see you're creating this band here almost that goes across the middle of your card. There's nothing to say that it has to go across the middle of your card. It could be across the middle of anything. You can extend it as well, which is a real great way to use it. So if you, great for napkin rings, wonderful as using it as a place setting almost. There's nothing to stop you. So the bells are in the middle. Let me just bring that in again and show you because I really want you to see that. See the bells are in the middle here. Nothing to stop you extending that out further, and the bells being at the end. So almost if you wanted to use it as the ends of a place card and have them poking out the end, using it almost like a mini edgeable, that would be another way to use it. As with everything we bring you from Crafter's Companion here at Crafter's TV, you've got full tutorials and inspiration there on the website as well. So many of you have talked about starting your Christmas crafting early because you have a lot of time in your hand. A lot of people I know are re-having their Christmas. My friend Rose has put her Christmas tree up again, just got it out and put the Christmas tree up and just thought, do you know what, we'll just treat this like that time over Christmas and between Christmas and New Year. I mean, I don't know what time of year it is at the moment. I very rarely know what day it is at the moment too. I went outside today and it felt like it was kind of like May. I don't know, it was a weird time of the year. I'm just going to grab the comments, just see what you guys are commenting along. I can see a lot of you absolutely loving this. Let me know what you're going for in the comments. I would love to know what you are stocking up on. So anyway, I digress. What was I talking about? Christmas, that was it. This lovely star die that you've got here, and it is the Star of Bethlehem. I was about to tell you I've been lucky enough to go to Bethlehem, but do you know what? That would have been an absolute lie. I didn't go to Bethlehem. I went to Jerusalem. It's very easy to get the two confused, isn't it? But this is really gorgeous. It's that Star of Bethlehem die. Now, the thing is with this, you don't just get the inner die, you get two dies. So that makes it really versatile. So what you can either do is use the two dies together to cut out the outside shape and cut in that detail, or you could just use it to cut the detail in. So how about using it to cut that detail into something like the top of a box? How about creating a long box and having a, like a fake candle in there, electric candle, and then having that star. Imagine that twinkling through that star detail is really lovely. Think about making your own bunting. Absolutely. It's going to be perfect for allowing you to do that. There's loads that you're going to do with that. For £6.49, I think you're going to really appreciate having gone for that when we get to that time of the year when you're starting to really think about Christmas decorations. So do consider going for that one. Now, Sara couldn't quite believe that I'd managed to get this one on the show for you, but it's the Silhouette Schmetterling, or the Silhouette Butterfly, which is this one just here. Let me really bring that in so you can see the wonderful detail you've got. What is butterfly in French? Is it papillon in French? Am I making it up? And what is it in Spanish? Shall we find out on here? Mariposa is what it is in Spanish. Really lovely. Do you know, I think that would be great if you do have a lot of time on your hands at the moment. Something else very cathartic and therapeutic and mindful is paper piecing. That might be a lovely die for you to sit down and paper piece back together. £3.49 is your price in the UK, or $5.97 in the US. Paper piecing is fun, isn't it? It's kind of just like it's like a crafty jigsaw, I guess, isn't it, is the best way of thinking about it. Some sentiments here for you. Now, I always describe these as like a crafty heartbeat, these dies, and it is because this is the beautiful one that you've got. Sorry, I just wandered out of the shot there. This is a beautiful one that you've got here. Let me turn it around and bring it in, and you'll really see what you've got here. So can you see you've got the sentiment itself, but you've also got the outside edge. Now, you're having the outside edge is great because you can, not the technical term, inipage and outipage it. And what I mean by that is you can actually cut the outside edge first, snip into it, or use your guillotine or paper trimmer, cut it across the way, cut it in several different colours, and then layer it up and sort of stack it up, and then have, oh no, the Schmetterling, Papillon, Butterfly, Mama, what was it in Spanish? Mariposa is gone. You've snapped it up. It's sold out and gone, as we knew it would. Don't let that happen to Beautiful as well. Look at the price you've got on this, £2.49 or $4.47. If you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm saving the pennies at the moment, but I do want something. I do want something to look forward to. I'd love to have something wing its way to me this week. £2.49 is a pretty good way of making that happen. Now, the luxury linen cardstock. We must go back to it. Do you know what's happened Sara's stolen my Carnival luxury cardstock, my open one. I'm going to have to run over there and get it in a minute. I'm just giving you forewarning if I sort of disappear all of a sudden. The luxury linen, I'm going to bring it right in for you because I want you to be able to see the texture that you've got on here. I just want you to see, can you see? You see it there, just the texture that you've got. It's like a really lovely, tightly woven linen that you've got. And then you've got it in these beautiful colours, that lovely green. You've got that beautiful sort of lilac lavender within there. And then that wonderful sort of more neutral peachy cream tone as well. Is it white or is it colour core? Should we find out? I'm probably going to get told off for this, but it is a white core. And that's great because that means you want to distress it, you want to tear it, you want to roll it, you want to sand it back. You've got the option to do all of that, which is brilliant. So you've got those beautiful greens, the lovely lavenders, and the perfect peach within there. But do you know what? It is nearly the same colour as my trousers, isn't it? Look. See, look at that. It's as if, you know you're winning when you come dressed as the products. That's always a good way to go. That's $4.99, guys, which is phenomenal value. It's 250 GSM, and you have got, I'm just going to try and check how many sheets you've got on here. Oh no, you're joking. Oh guys, you're never going to believe it. Oh, that makes me quite sad. Well, it makes me, I'm kind of like over the moon that you got it, but sad that it's sold out. The Carnival's gone, guys. Oh, it was on such a great price. Well done, congratulations if you got that. I'm going to pop it over the back here because it has sold out and gone. And I knew it would when I saw, and I said, oh, come on, guys, what can we do the Carnival for? I know how, guys, people really like it. Well, how low can we get it? And when we got it that low, I was thinking, well, I don't know how we're even making any money selling it at that price. You guys loved it and it sold out and gone. Not far behind it, hot on its heels, is the Chloe 8x8 paper pad as well. 36 sheets in here. Let me bring that in for you so you can see. What I love about it is you've kind of got like photography style images within here. It's very playful. You've got some ditzy pinks in here, some sort of dusty pinks, some lovely aqua green tones within there as well. It is patterned, so you're not going to need a lot of it. It's going to go a long way. I'll show you the back and you can see again all of the different styles that you've got within there. It's $4.99. It is really popular. It's $5.97 if you're in the US. It is again half price, which is fantastic. Now, I can't believe we managed to get these in as part of our craft vault as well, because these are an absolute essentials. These are the large 3D foam pads. If Craig is watching, he'll definitely be stocking up on these whilst they are half price. They're an essential, great for really allowing you to get that depth on your card projects, where it really lifts things up and out of the page, which is fantastic. 20 sheets in here for £6.49 or £9.97. I know you're kind of sick of hearing me say it, but they are half price. Everything is half price in the craft vault today, so do grab them whilst we have them. We also have the Take Take Rumba glue on the show as well. There was a song out recently and it said, ooh, Take Take, a Take Take Rumba. I can't remember what it was. It was like a modern pop song. Anyway, the tacky glue is a real must-have because it has that sort of, not an instant grab, you still get a little bit of wiggle room with it and chance to move it around, but it grabs much quicker than our all-purpose glue. The other thing about it is the viscosity of this one is thicker, and that's important. So if you're using so say you were using like a 300 GSM cardstock, it wouldn't really matter so much because the thinner glue, it wouldn't cause the cardstock to get wet or to warp. Whereas if you were using a thinner, so you know like the metallic papers that we bring you in the Sara Cartload shows that you guys absolutely love and adore, if you were to use an all-purpose glue with that, you'd probably start to see it wetting the paper and coming through. So the tacky, because it's thicker, it doesn't make it, that doesn't happen. So if you're using thinner cardstocks and even papers, tacky is a great way to go. This one is very well used. I could definitely sit here and pick. It's quite therapeutic picking the glue off the pot. Our one is very well loved. Yours won't be. You'll get a brand new one. I think with a lot of the products on the vault today, some of you will be more multi-ordering this right now, because for £2.49 to get it half price, this is definitely what I would class as one of our core items. So we don't discount this very often. We have already had sellouts in the vault. So do grab that. So I've got it. Should we just go back to the advent calendar really, really quickly, because you're loving it. It's off the scale busy. The website is in absolute meltdown. Let's open number one, because we opened the last one. So should we open the first one as well while we're here and see what's in there? Do you know my problem is with packaging? Do you know what's wrong? Do you know what it is? I think I'm just really impatient. So rather than sort of like taking a moment first to sort of think about logically what is the best way to attack it, with packaging, all I see is packaging. I'm just like, now let me just, oh no, it's sold out. So many of you watch these shows back after the hour, and I know so many of you are going to be so disappointed because so much of this vault is going to be sold out. But it just goes to show you, when we bring you the craft vault, you need to act fast. If you can, you need to be watching live with the craft vault to get these deals. I think this is it's not a clover. I thought it was a 4-leaf clover for a second. I was going to say the irony of me pulling out a 4-leaf clover the moment it sells out really is quite something. Oh, I've lost it now. I'm not having a good day, am I? Really not. What is wrong with me? I did not bring my A game today. I'm really going to have to try and do better tomorrow. If you've got it, congratulations. It's going over there on my little sellout pile with pretty much everything else. I mean, loads of stuff is going that way. If you've seen anything you want, grab it really quickly. I'm just going to do one last mention of some comments whilst we're here as well. A lot of you saying how much you're loving. Although the Chloe's sold out too, apparently. Someone is saying they can't find it. Everyone's saying how much they love the craft vault pricing. Absolutely. A lot of love for the linen paper. Someone going for 3 packs of that, I think. Someone is asking as well if we would consider doing some sentiments in Spanish. Lo siento, solo inglese. Means I'm sorry, I only speak English. But yeah, we'll do our best. Someone says, Hannah Law says, Joe is just generally having a problem with gravity today. I am. I really, really am. Joe needs sticky gloves. We've got those sort of like quilting gloves. Maybe I could try some of those. I keep dropping everything. Right, old butterfingers, aren't I? Anyway, we can't carry on too much more because we don't have enough stock. That was the craft vault. How fabulous was that? Oh, I really enjoyed that. So we got 2 of them done, but I am going rogue. I am like risking my job, it feels like, to bring you these prices. I didn't realise we were going to be with Sara tonight. So when she was here, you know, and she's got not only her eye on me, but her eye on the bottom line. And she's looking at that carnival card stock. I could see her thinking, what on earth does he think he's doing, bringing that to you at those prices? Now, hopefully, fingers crossed, we will do more of these. Do you want to see more craft vaults? If you want to see more craft vaults, absolutely, let me know in the comments. We are out of time. We are going to wrap this up. However, I just want you to know that there's still lots more coming for you this week, and we are working on the plan for next week and the week after at the moment. Obviously, all the time that it's safe for us to be here and bring these shows to you, and all the time we can keep delivering to you, all the time that our supply chain isn't affected, as it isn't at the moment, we will continue to do so whilst we can in a safe manner. We're taking all the precautions necessary to ensure that we're going to be here with you long term, all the way through these events. So remember, there's loads coming up tomorrow. 10 a.m. in the UK, which is 4 a.m. on the East Coast. No, 6 a.m. I did it the wrong way around. You see what I did there? You can see my brain worrying, couldn't you? 6 a.m. on the East Coast. We've got that cartload preview for you. That cartload show in its entirety will be back later in the day, 7 o'clock in the UK in the evening. And a little bit earlier than that, of course, on the East Coast. The deals in this morning's show are going to run as well, so you'll be able to get those for the rest of the week. And remember that we've got that wonderful show coming up on Friday in the afternoon for you here in the UK. I think it's 1 o'clock we're going to be with you, which will be 9 a.m. On the East Coast. And it's going to be a bit of a craft along. So I'm going to be here learning with you guys. And Sara's going to be showing loads of hints and tips and techniques with us with all sorts of different colouring as well. There's going to be a free downloadable colouring book for you too. So there's really loads to look forward to. We're putting loads of plans in place for next week as well. So hopefully on Friday I'll be able to take you through the plan for next week too. So if you are in the UK, hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you're in Europe as well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. If you are stateside, have a fantastic day and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.